Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of Choose Your Roll. I am a DM extraordinaire AJ, and this is your favorite show on the internet, and I guess the place where we're gonna become pirates.
Har har.
I'm the crew musician, and we're just gonna start introductions.
I'm Kat. I play Flora, the tiefling wizard, and I don't know what I would be.
You're the cook.
Yeah.
Yep. It's the most necessary part of that ship.
Then I am the crew cook.
Jordan? Captain?
Hello. I was gonna say, hello everyone. I'm Odin. I play Dahlia. I'm also the GM for the Holochronicles series. We just had episode 10 or 11, I think. Speaking of which, we're near on episode 50. That's the next episode.
Yeah, next episode's 50.
And yeah, I think I'd be the captain mostly because Dahlia's good at barking orders at people.
Not even just that. It's like, I don't wanna. That sounds like work.
She's just there for the vibe.
I
learn the
will
banjo.
say this though. If anyone, and I mean this, I feel like, ironically, despite all their issues, I feel like she would immediately assign Pallius as first mate.
Yeah, because you know Pallius can get things done.
Exactly. That's why she just go. All right, I need.
Pallius
you to-"
doesn't cut corners and he doesn't take
Well,
shit.
she also needs someone to be the her second who's gonna go. That's a stupid fucking idea. All right, fair
Dahlia,
enough.
that's going to get us all killed.
Ah, yes, the Zorro scene of, you can't go and bring Usopp back, you idiot. He has to come back on his own and apologize.
Yeah.
You mean one of Zoro's best moments ever?
Nothing happened.
Nothing did.
Dahlia, you can't just kill a Kraken with the plan of, quote, fuck it, we ball.
Aww.
Puts her ball away that would have killed it.
Yeah, just puts away this.
Puts away
You
ball
look
of
to you look to the
Kraken.
right. There's just this massive ball of dynamite. You're just like, oh. Actually, that may do.
Wow.
it.
I have been
One
wrong
time
once,
silly.
and I am wrong again.
Dahlia, we wouldn't happen to have a comically oversized cannon to shoot that out of, would we?
You think I'd own a ship without one?
The camera pans left.
She's just
like-
putting a tarp over it. No.
You
what
guys
got
cops?
Hmm.
there? What you got there? A railway cannon? No, a smoothie.
No, it's literally what you got there. A smoothie while holding an ostrich.
Yep.
Yeah, we know. That's the meme we're referencing.
That is funny.
And now that the joke is dead on the floor, Micah.
Well, fine then. Hello, I am Micah. In this game, I am Yordrick. In another game, I am Bridge. Are we going by characters or actual
I
people?
went with you as a person.
Okay. If I was on the ship, I don't have the full qualifications to be a doctor, so that might be overstepping my bounds.
You may be the best we got.
Fair enough.
Actually, Scrap may be the best.
Well, no, we're going with the person, not the
Oh,
I mean,
character.
he's
okay,
good with
okay.
saw, so if you need an amputation.
Next.
Speaking of amputation, hi, I'm Selkus. I play Peleus, the tiefling pugilist in this campaign. I would have joined Star Wars, but I can't. Don't have the time. Oh god, I wish I had the time. Summer's back. I work so much. Please help. If I were to be on a ship, I would want to be the lookout because it's the easiest job you could ever have on a ship because you just look out and you say, yep, that's a lot of water.
You fail at one time though.
Yeah,
there's
you
also-
fail
one
one time.
iceberg. And
There's also
apparently,
the problem of
Insanity.
looking too long into the ocean.
Yeah, you can go blind.
see, that's the thing. I'm okay with being alone with my thoughts, so you know, it's fine. It's not fine. Please help. Scrap, save me.
Hi guys, I'm Toma. I play Scrap and I'd be the bosun.
Yeah, so you're the
Yeah.
only one who knows how to fix things.
hmm
Yeah.
We're getting hard carried by Toma on the pirate adventure.
God, if that ship breaks. I'm just gonna have a banjo. Dan. But, and our recap is going to be delivered by, well, still Toma. Look how that goes.
Do we need
Yeah,
to
it's
check something on
crazy.
Do you want to check sound first? Because we should have done that way before.
I mean, it sounded mostly fine to me for the
Before
most part.
Yeah, you should have done that way earlier.
I will check it while you go over recap. I'm getting bars for myself and everyone else, but I'll double check.
Yeah, everyone's lighting up on the stream, and It sounded like I could hear people.
I was gonna say we haven't had audio problems in a while. I think we might be.
Don't jinx it.
Let's-
Yeah, that's why we
And
still
broke
check
me.
though, because. Anyway, you go on the thing. I'm gonna check.
All right.
So, last week on Choose Your Roll, we found the depression moss. Well, more accurately, the moss that eats your depression.
There we go.
the group really enjoyed that. After spending a bit of time with the depression moss and collecting some of it, Yordrik then made a stick compass to find the magic moss. Because of said stick compass, we did find the Obliviax moss, but it also found us. Then, after only a couple of turns, we found out that once the magic moss eats your magic, it becomes people. Then, upon becoming people, and possibly before it, it is very susceptible to burning, and we needed to collect as much of it as possible, so we tried to not do that. We also found out that the moss can steal spells, and Stolen Shatter sparked salacious salve smearing from scrap. After the fight, we managed to collect from one of them, half harvest from another one, and completely shred a third. We made a camp, and Oberon the Farseer entered the chat. Oberon the Farseer gave the group their fortunes, which were, for Scrap, the Sage and Trickster, Peleus, the Dragon and Reaper, Yordrik, the Labyrinth and Bargain, Flora, Behemoth and Fortune, and for Dahlia, the Catalyst and Vow. Would you like to know more? Then watch last week for details on what these fortunes mean. I'm doing my part. The group spent some time discussing how their fortunes made them feel, and Oberon disappeared from their camp overnight after some particularly poor perception. Upon returning to the city, Flora felt hunted and found a scary skull note. After a bit of tension and feeding tofu, it was discovered that the note and the feelings were from Lady Vivian and an undead dragon wormling she had brought along with her to the area. It was stalking Flora as it hated the love it sensed from her, and thus had to be told off with a holy water spray bottle. One spa day later, it was discovered that Vivian has a hard time sleeping and was given a sleepy time stuffy to try out by Dahlia. It worked a little too well. And now, to see how the group handles partying and particularly sleepy necromancers this week on Far Wide.
All right, take your reroll. And now we're gonna see, because remember.
Real quick, let me just make sure I can hear myself on it.
Okay. I will say you have the rest of this in-game day and 2 more to prepare, and we're likely getting to the gala tonight. So we start with Gil Toma. Holy shit! I rolled a 5.
Didn't that happen? No.
Yes.
Man, you're really carrying this beginning of the session. Come on, man.
Well, I rolled a 6. That's a reroll. So then I hit a 5.
So we're just gonna leave her on the couch then.
Got a better idea?
Looks at the dragon wormling. Nope.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm leave this note here for her, with her new little plushie, and I say we just take care of what we need to do.
Not a bad idea.
It's late at night, isn't it?
No, it's about late afternoon.
Oh, okay.
I'd call it a 3 p.m.
Okay.
So would you like to go
We should
shopping?
probably go and turn in these plants before they lose their efficacy.
Yeah, we're also supposed to get paid for it.
And getting paid can help with, having outfits for this thing
With
that
Question:
we're doing.
Would everyone be willing to chip in 10 gold to send back home for the furniture for the new place?
I'm a little
No.
light on funds at the moment.
Now, I was gonna say, Toma, did you tell them you got paid?
Nope. He only
Vance.
showed it to
Hey!
Yordrik, I think.
Yep.
So what?
Nothing.
Don't worry about it.
Let's keep this organic. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I would otherwise, though. But as I said, I'm a little bit light on funds at the moment.
Above game, the clothes for the gala
Oh.
were gonna be the.
All covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't have to pay for the clothes at least, money-wise.
No, it's all custom.
Yeah.
They brought a tailor.
So I know that we did get money, and I know I added it to my sheet, but I don't know if the sheet got rolled back or something, but it's not on there.
It should be
You want-
30 platinum.
You got 30 platinum coins. That is what they had in their pocket at the time.
I have 30 gold.
I said 30 platinum. Right,
Yeah,
Selkus?
it should be. Yeah, it was 30 platinum.
I don't know who
I
you
assume-
robbed, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
You. He robbed you.
Nah, I doubt it. I ain't got
So-
that much.
He's been stealing your paintings.
I'm legitimately trying to figure out if I already had the 30 gold before.
We'll say yes. You've been doing quite a few things, so probably.
Yeah, you made money. I don't think you went and spent it all on a whole lot.
Yeah, I've
Like,
not
yeah.
seen you spend much money here, so probably.
How many
Like,
shovels did you
Blaze
take?
and Dahlia both spent a lot of our money.
Yeah. So, yep. You approach the Bitter Black Estate.
Are we all gonna go?
Very dead and cold.
I don't know, are you all gonna go, or is Scrap gonna go while the others go shopping?
So, in response to Pele's, he's like, oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
To what?
He, pulls out, 20 platinum and pays each of you guys 5 platinum.
Where did you... Scrap, I don't really care much in terms of like, just how.
Well, there's also the question of, and he pulls out another 5 platinum, if you guys want to each have another platinum or to put this in a group fund.
He could send that back home for furniture.
Yeah.
I think that's a fine enough idea.
That does sound reasonable.
But the layout
After
who's I've been making is a little steep in price.
I will say, that much platinum will not cover barrels or crafting equipment or anything, but it will cover regular furniture.
That's what I kind of figured.
Okay.
that's at least
Yeah,
something.
anything specialized for a purpose is gonna cost you a lot more money.
Yeah.
Beds,
Or-
chairs, benches, all that good stuff.
Carpet,
Yep.
Mhm.
Lots of carpets.
that giant self-portrait that Dahlia commissioned and didn't tell you about.
Why would she
I
ever
doubt Dahlia
commission a
would.
portrait?
I was about to say, I doubt
So,
Dahlia
it-
would ever buy a portrait if she could just paint it herself.
Dahlia puts
Because
down her
of-
newspaper, looks at God. Excuse you?
Because it's wall size and you ain't got time for that.
She would make time.
Puts
And
on
underneath
glasses?
it just says,
She has
And under-
a month.
and underneath it just says back to work.
So we're putting this platinum towards furniture then?
Yep. That should be able to
think that's
cover
fair enough.
anything.
Yeah.
Alright,
That's
don't
all
put
it is.
carpet in wherever the lab ends up being. There'll be holes in it within a week.
Oh, I didn't plan to. Or did I?
Dun, dun,
Certainly
dun.
hope not.
Take
So
a-
then, are we all going to go back to the Bitter Blacks to deliver this, or are we going to maybe split up and do some shopping or something else in the city?
I'd rather go shopping.
Okay. I'm rather
Leave
curious
since-
to actually find out a little bit about the boy who we're trying to offer up essentially here. If we can know more about him, maybe
Okay.
we can do it a bit better.
Quick question, just out of curiosity. I don't know how elves age. Like, is he
Very-
like the equivalent of like a 20-year-old, or like the equivalent of like a 12-year-old, or?
I mean, they mentally age and physically age usually, I believe, normally until around their 20s, and then they sort of stagnate there for a while. Although mentally they continue to age. It's a cultural thing, really.
So, AJ, are we going with the original lore for our elves, or do you have your own?
Gonna be a little custom. He looks like a teenager. Above game, he's like 25, 30.
Okay.
But he does look like he's 15. He is physically 15.
Well, the only reason I asked because in the normal lore, elves aren't quote-unquote adults until they're 100, but that's just because that's when they stop getting their
Yeah,
trans stream of their previous lives and become their own person.
Yeah,
basically.
there is no seeing your previous lives here because everyone reincarnates.
Mhm.
And seeing your previous lives is a big deal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If an entire race of people got to do it.
So,
If ever
So-
anybody special, no one is.
so yeah,
Yeah,
they just
we're
sort of stagnate and figure out what they want over a longer time period. Then.
Alright, because I was trying to think of like a metaphor for what we're trying to do, but like, I thought like the one I thought of was
Make a
gonna be
political-
weird if like he's young.
We're trying to make a political marriage here, nothing else.
Yeah, I know.
We should have asked his mom or whoever is in charge of this to sell him to us so that we know how to sell him to other people.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, true.
Well, I'm sure we can maybe speak to, at the very least, Cedric or Arya about it. Maybe they'll have something to say.
Hopefully, nice things.
I doubt we
Or-
can. I doubt we'll...
For anyone who doesn't understand, I don't mean sell as in owning a person. I mean try and make the sale, get us
Tell
to
me
want
this,
to.
Pen.
Yeah.
Make me... Seduce me!
Seduce
Make me want to marry this man!
So anyway,
No,
Flora, clothes
no.
shopping. She's gonna look at everyone.
Yeah, crafts Flora. No getting out of it.
Okay.
This was your idea.
Is anyone gonna go hold their purses like gentlemen?
Do either of you have purses?
Dolly has two.
Talia has two. Exactly. Talia brought one to share.
Aren't those more like lunch boxes?
One is.
No,
It
they're
is also
purses.
the term of a purse.
I don't have purses. I just have lots of pockets.
That's what I'm saying. Dahlia brought one to share.
Two butterfly purses, one red, one blue.
Exactly, color coded. Little did you know, this girls trip was all according to the long play.
Just to be clear, the Bitter Blacks already have a tailor who's going to make the stuff, right? Or are we going to bring
Yeah,
them?
but they can still
just
look for stuff they
killing it.
like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I just want to make
Like-
sure on that.
They'll pretty much just pay
Yeah.
or have anything made that we want.
Yeah, so like either way, it's taken care of.
Gotcha.
Down to a cobbler to make custom shoes perfect to your foot.
Hmm.
I assume they're organizing getting Dahlia and I onto the job as...
Yeah, they're gonna give you the details there.
We don't get fancy
You
outfits.
also need a good look, actually. Why don't you go with them?
Don't you still need to teach him?
I
have
was
a little
going to
bit of
make the
time for that, but we're
recommendation
going
that
to
you
go-
and I follow them, and while they're looking around, we discuss what I need to know.
I would do that, but if Scrap is going to the Bitter Blacks anyway. Scrap, can you interview them? Maybe get some more information, then share it with us later.
I can try.
I suppose that's all we can ask.
Oh,
I'm fine with a continual.
Scrap, if you could ask them if they could prepare some stuff like sleeping vials, stuff to give people like stomach aches and all that, that'd also be really useful.
The absolute shenanigans that I'm here for. One moment, my dogs are crying.
She's
I'll be
the one
right
who has
back.
to serve the drinks. People are just stupid enough to take them.
Shouldn't be that
Dahlia,
hard of
you
a sell.
really are crafty.
See, Dahlia, I knew you could be more like me if you really just tried.
It's not for killing
get the
people,
feeling,
Dahlia. It's just
Dahlia,
to make
that-
them go to the bathroom or something. Christ.
I get the feeling, Dahlia, that whenever you worked at the inn and you had to deal with any unpleasant customers, you did something similar.
No, actually.
Really?
Honestly, a lot of my thoughts recently have been kind of new. I
Hmm.
never would have thought about how to actually, draft something into a person's drink before. That and my mom would have killed me.
I'm back, by the way.
I think your mother was a good woman.
Okay, so the way we're gonna decide either shopping first or Bitter Blacks happen first is shopping people pick one representative to roll initiative against Toma.
I volunteer cat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
fair.
heard him.
Okay.
It's your shopping trip.
That one.
Nat 20!
Natural 20.
This is the only one you get, Cat.
Toma
and I
falls
made
down
you
the stairs.
Hey, we have to make up for last session, alright?
Indeed. So, we do start... Hey, you're not going to be rolling a lot tonight, so don't worry. If there's a fight, it's not my fault.
That means we fucked up.
Yeah, that means
Yeah,
you guys instigated.
I noticed that too. That that one doesn't show up on the stream. That's weird.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Yeah.
Everybody's over there trying to sell the one bitter black person. There's just a big slap noise, and someone's just challenged Yordrick to a duel out of nowhere. What is going
Why,
on?
sir?
Okay. No.
So we now start with the main 4 in the market district.
So don't worry, I can try on dresses with you. We'll make a day out of it.
Yeah, Dahlia can still have fun.
Yeah.
How much shorter than Flora is Dahlia?
Much.
Because I know.
Dahlia's small.
Hang on.
Dahlia's 5 even.
What did you say?
Yeah, I knew she was short.
Yeah, Dahlia is tiny.
Mhm. Flora's 5'7".
Yeah, she kind of towers over Dahlia a little bit.
Now, Cat, is that with or without horns?
That's without. That's like top of the head to.
Okay, so the horns do add like an inch or two.
Tiefling children can get on roller coasters sooner than other children.
Exactly.
Tiefling
Well,
privilege.
not sooner than bugbears or Goliaths.
Yeah, those guys are big.
Or Oni.
Big.
Or now the new race in my world, the Golan, are 8 feet tall on average.
Or if you're one of Archie's children.
Yep, they gonna get big. So,
Historic.
how do you begin shopping? What do you look for first? Come on.
I mean, I guess we're just looking for tailors.
Because you
Flora
ripped your
wouldn't know
pants.
this, but above game, like boutiques.
I guess that's an idea of if you want to look at shoes, dresses, or jewelry first.
Exactly.
I feel like dresses would probably be the big
Yeah.
thing they're hyped for.
Always, you always start with your dress and accessorize after, Micah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the main
with-
color theme.
I thought the main color thing would be their skin.
Nope, because you're covering that
Nope.
up with the dress. You fool.
Yep.
Besides, you
Nice
have the
try.
dress complement.
Well-
Besides, you have the dress complement with the skin, and then you go further.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a point.
So, I will need an investigation check from, I will allow 2. So they can be made with advantage.
So I'd imagine it's Flora and Dahlia looking for these.
Yep, because
Probably.
Peleus and Yordrick have some talking to do.
Okay.
Internet be slow tonight here because I hit investigation. It ain't popping.
Oh, that's
15.
15 is enough to find a very high-end dress store. Very high-end boutique at that.
Give me a moment. I need to refresh the
Because
page.
marketing is not subtle.
mhm.
Sir,
While we're doing that, gentlemen, talk.
So, Yordrick, have you ever actually been to a party like this before? By any chance?
Absolutely not.
Have you attended any sort of major gathering? What sort
Sure.
of festivities do you have in Wikinga?
Parties in the main building for the town.
Okay, that's a good start.
But I get the feeling they were more boisterous than what this is meant to be.
More than likely, but I didn't want to make any assumptions.
We had people going through tables, so
there we go.
I would certainly hope that this one is not quite as boisterous as you put it. Be very careful what you say and who you say it to. People's honors can, well, get the better of their reason. If you're not careful. Have you thought at all about the sort of persona you're going to present yourself as?
I mean, there is the idea of just trying to present myself as a businessman in general. Trying
Right,
to
what I
maybe
mean...
put-
I mean, more so the personality, the person behind the outfit, really. You're more than just a title, you're more than just your outfit. Even if that's what people see first, it's not the only thing. If you have no substance, you won't be able to hold a conversation with people for very long.
That actually does raise a point. I lost my train of thought. Scrap and Dahlia are meant to make distractions and get rid of any sort of competition. You and Flora are meant to upsell the idea of the Bitter Blacks representative.
You guys
Those
not
are my-
remember his name?
I have it written down, I just don't have that page pulled up at the moment.
Yeah, I have the
It's
entire
Pain.
Pain.
Yeah, I have the whole Bitter Black. Yep,
Pain.
C-A-N-E.
You know, like in the Bible?
Yeah, like the Bible.
In the Bible.
You know, because I am like the devil.
Dare
You know, from the
question
Bible.
the Bible? What am I meant to be doing exactly? Am I also meant to be getting rid of any other possible suitors, or am I also meant to try to talk about Kane?
I think you're going to have to improvise that personally. Although the safest bet would be to, of course, distract anyone else. Potentially, they might be there to seek wealth and influence themselves, especially if they're looking to sell themselves off, or their own children in a way. So, if you're presenting yourself as a wealthy merchant, craftsman type, then perhaps use that.
It may behoove us to ask the Bitter Blacks if they know of any other possible suitors that are going to be there and what they are affiliated with, so that if need be, I can draw their attention away.
Something to think about, I believe, a bit later. For now, let's focus more on you, rather than the rest. We don't
Yep,
really
you're
know.
gonna have to make a personality, Micah.
It sounded so pained.
Yeah.
It felt no, it wasn't pain. It was more like I felt like I should have said something, but then I thought, no, I'm not going to say anything, because it felt like a backhanded comment of, now you have to have a personality.
No, it's more you seem to be ducking it. Like, hey, what up, everybody but me.
Everybody.
Yep.
but me.
I mean,
That
Yordrick
seems to-
does not
to be
seem
focused.
to have the confidence for this sort of situation, so it makes sense for him to be hesitant.
Yeah.
Yep, what the heck's going on?
Maybe
Nothing.
Dahlia could at least help you with that sort of thing. She's great at expressing herself, although that's more through painting. Dahlia! I'm assuming we're still walking to the boutique right now, right?
Yep.
Would you mind helping Yordrick a little bit with some creative writing? He's having trouble here coming up with his own sort of persona. The man behind the clothes and the title, effectively.
The wealthy merchant.
You're a big fan of plays and stories, I'm sure you could tell him something.
True. Give me one moment.
She's gonna get out a sketch pad and she's gonna try to draw him in like this very like high-end merchant attire, covered in like jewels.
So I tried to Google it, but I got nothing. What does a fancy turtle look like?
I've just been imagining Yordrick in a suit and a top hat, honestly.
But the logistics.
We don't question the logistics.
Okay, so the manga was made for kids. Just accept the premise.
Do you want to know how the bologna's made?
Yes,
I learned how hot dogs were made as a child.
That's
Mm.
unfortunate.
I still ate them.
All right.
I didn't.
So,
She kind of paints Yordrick as a wealthy merchant on her thing. She'll turn it towards him.
this will be you. Maybe not in this exact outfit, but this will be you. What kind of
Okay.
personality do you think that most nobility or rich assholes like?
Oh, I'd love to hear this.
That they like, or that
Maybe
they
not
are?
like. I mean, honestly, I don't think many of them like each other to begin with. Now, I don't think half of them like themselves. But, point is, what they find to be correct. Palace, can you give
Concrete.
examples? You seem to have a better idea of this.
Well, it depends on the noble, really, honestly. Depends on where they come from, their culture, their family, expectations, and
True.
what they want in life. It's
I mean, there's a
variety.
big difference between new money and old money.
Mm-hmm. That's part of it.
Old money typically likes to brag that they're old money. New money tries to show that they're new money.
For the sake of not causing too many questions, it may... Oh, did my internet just go out?
No, you're here.
Mm,
I can hear you.
You're fine for us.
Roll20 just crashed for some reason.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
acting a little
well-
weird. I had to refresh mine.
Yeah, just keep talking.
For the sake of avoiding unnecessary questions, it may be better to present as new money rather than old money.
Probably the
I'd have
best
to-
idea. 'Cause
You
then-
know the most about Wickengar, so your personality should probably be from there.
True.
In that case,
Maybe you recently struck a ore deposit of some kind and has provided the wealth that you need for all the jewels that you make.
You came from a mining town, right?
yes.
There you go. Everyone loves
the
a
idea
good
was we didn't-
underdog story.
And a good lie always has a kernel of truth to it.
Exactly.
I'm assuming we don't actually use this town I'm from, considering we don't want...
That's up to you. I don't
Anything
think
back to us.
most people would look into it.
Not much news gets
yes.
out of Wickengar, I'm gonna
Not
be
to
honest.
mention, even if they do look into it, by that point it'd be far too late. It's not like they can do it mid, Gala.
Mhm.
AJ, we know the type of nobility, like the nationalities, for the most part, going to be.
This is a very Leonian place.
Yeah, most people will likely be from where I'm from, Leon, so they won't have too much knowledge of, well, your culture and exact locations.
Quick
If
question.
anything, they'd have. Yes,
Depending
sir.
on where they come from.
Was Leon the one that was typically at war a lot of times with Narabani?
Yeah, they're the ones who basically, Colonel Matthew parried your people.
We opened
Oh.
up your damn docks to trade.
They opened you up to trade, and you did not get a say.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be welcome there as this role.
Well, remember, any family of the old leadership was killed. Like for some reason, all around the same time, the leadership of every country got clean slated.
There's also just one of those things of like, that is the case, but some people just.
Oh yeah, there's definitely still prejudice.
Yeah.
Do keep in mind, though, that the reason Leon opened the ports was to, well, allow trade to happen. So if you were to come there as a wealthy new money merchant, well, you might be more welcome than you think. But that doesn't really help Yordrick, so.
Yes. Yordrick, I think, yeah, in this case, play to your strengths. You're a very wealthy merchant in terms of gem trade. You're from your hometown where you struck a good, rich mine of, we'll say, emeralds. You can even play up your shell as if you had them encased in it.
Ooh.
You yourself, with the emeralds that you have part of your body, kind of stand out with that. It'd be more of a look at me kind of situation where, not only am I rich, but I'm rich enough to bedazzle myself.
Peacocking is commonplace enough.
Okay.
Typically, most people will respect you if you hold your ground, but not to insulting degrees. You're rich, you're powerful, but always everyone wants that one up. It's gonna be up to you to decide who gets that one up and who doesn't.
Exactly.
High society sounds exhausting.
God, I never hope I ever have to go into it.
You have no idea.
I can tell you that it is, most certainly. Especially things like this.
Why can't people just say what they actually mean, what they want?
Thank you.
There's a reason.
Scrapped would applaud you right now.
There's a reason Zedric drinks.
Georgic, you just went up on the friend scale. Thank you for saying what I'm thinking.
Just gets out a pencil and one.
Yep. Just
That just adds a little tally mark.
Wait, is this a point-based system, or is it a placement-based system? And that's
Well,
what
some
makes
nobles
Yeah.
do it by point-based, and others do it by just 5.
Yeah,
Nadalia just,
that does beg the
Nadalia
question.
just sighs and scribbles out the mark they just made.
That does beg the question: is it a point system or a tier list?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
vibe on. But yeah, so you do find a very high-end boutique. It is called, and I hate this, but such as the names I have in my pool, the Gilded Swan.
Pompous.
Mm-hmm. It hurt me to write it.
Very on the nose.
Yes.
Alright, well, we're in there. Pally, you want to go over with Yordrick about, what things you should say, what things you should really try to avoid saying?
I'll give him a basic rundown on how to be confident with himself, but not so confident that he gets confused for arrogance and has his head cut off.
I'd like to see them try.
It would be very hard for them, I'm sure. But let's not give them...
Ducks his head in.
Just turtle.
Try me.
You missed!
Honestly, if they do that, they just make it out like giant, nutcrackers. And...
I'd like
They
to
boil
see
them like a
them
lobster.
try.
Anyways. Dresses.
Yes, you could go have fun.
Oh yeah, so as you get in there, a lot of these are more ball gown style than they are cocktail dress style, so it's something like more formal than you could wear casually.
I mean,
A lot of it seems to be floor length.
Dahlia goes for as many ball gowns as she can.
Can we? I am looking for anything with the least amount of floof that I can.
Hey, this is for me. I'll help you pick out your stuff, but I'm trying stuff on too.
She has needs.
No,
I
I
just
know.
imagine
That's why I
there's that
said
awkward
she-
moment. I just imagine there's that awkward moment where Dahlia and Flora walk past the wedding dresses.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Not now.
Dahlia looks at them like, oh,
It's been 2
like
weeks.
I want.
Yeah, bro. I needed to roll a d10 to see how many things we find in Dahlia's size.
Oh god, that's a good
Aw.
point. 5.
That's very respectable.
It's hard to find something in her size.
And obviously, you know what colors you'd be looking for.
Mhm.
Definitely some great black ones that stand out.
Yeah, black, gold. Yeah.
One purple one if you were feeling bold and brash.
I mean, it goes with her
All
stuff,
right.
so she does.
Yeah. And Kat, you know what you're looking for, so I'll let you describe it. You already picked your clothes out.
I did.
Oh.
Been thinking about it for a while.
Good.
But I mean, I'd pick a few different options for.
Okay,
just
what
say
other kind
making
of
a day
things
of
would
it.
you be looking at?
I'd start with more conservative options at first,
Such as?
such as something that actually goes like up the neck, like all the way up the neck.
Ah,
Fair.
yep. Yeah, easily found. The sales associates were obviously told who you were and where you're coming, so you're getting that extra special treatment. In fact, you were all treated to a glass of champagne while you shop.
Ooh.
Yeah, this should ease your pain.
She'll hand Flora her glass.
Yeah, you get champagne, some tiny sandwiches.
She knows this ain't your thing, so she's like, here you go.
I appreciate that.
Yordrick is given a milk. They didn't really have much else to give to the sober guy.
I'll have a milk.
Now you gotta blend in, so you need a milk.
The perfect disguise.
So I mean, Palace, you need to find something too.
I do, but I don't know if I'd find that at a boutique.
Yeah, maybe
Do they-
you might want to have. Well, they have some, but you might
they
want
would
to have
a
your
men's
dash free.
section. Yeah.
Yeah, they'd have men. They could easily have a men's section.
I'll go peruse while giving Yordrick some advice on things. That's alright. I was gonna give
Yeah, go ahead.
Dahlia and Flora the chance here.
Quick question.
Yeah, I'll let the girl talk happen first.
Could Dahlia do stuff with makeup with her painter supplies? I think we've done this before.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, they
She's-
could just
she-
have some there for you to use.
Yeah, she's trying different makeups on with her stuff. 13. It's
All right,
basic.
you're having a fun day.
Yeah.
So go ahead, have some girl talk.
Okay, what about this one? And now this one? Wait. What do you want?
Waiting.
Everyone waits.
She's like holding up like 3 dresses that she loves. She's just kind of looking at you.
And These are for me?
No, these ones are for me. What do you want?
They sure as hell ain't for scrap.
So you think you can fit in this? She holds up a dress that clearly is far too small for you.
I'm not even close. I don't know. I'm trying to decide. Do I want to be bold or do I want to be conservative? I know, polar opposite.
Well, it depends on how I guess you want to distract.
Bold would be distracting,
Oh yeah.
but can I pull off bold? She sort of chugs that second glass of champagne.
Well, only
let's
one way to
just
find out.
Find out.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him go.
You want me to do your makeup so you get the full experience, or?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Now, Broden, because this is in preparation for something big, you can roll this one with advantage.
I was gonna say I also have a full probably kit here to do this with.
Yep, full makeup counter.
Natural 20.
Yeah! Hey, the
we're
dichotomy
redeeming
of man.
ourselves.
Look at the dichotomy.
No matter what
of
you
man,
put yourself
everybody.
in, you're gonna make some men faint when you walk out.
Yeah, let me just, Pat,
Yeah.
with advantage, roll an intimidation for someone walking by the window.
Oh boy.
It's
Intimidation.
Just gonna be Zedric, and he's just gonna go. Ooh.
14.
And playing it on the floor, and a guy faints in the street.
Oh no.
Dolly just looks at you. Damn. When it comes down to makeup, I am good.
Hello, backup career.
You really are.
I say there is a mirror, so you can clearly see yourself. This is probably like.
Yeah, no, game is recognizing game right now.
She is looking in the mirror like, I didn't think I could ever look like this. Absolutely.
Alright, do me a favor. If this is what you want to go for, stand still. I'm going to draw you like this, so that way when we have to do makeup later for the actual thing, I have something to reference back on.
Oh.
Okay.
Smart.
No, he's clever.
Yeah, she's
He'll
just gonna take her time to do that.
Yeah, okay. So while they're doing that, I guess it's time for guy talk.
We're just sitting over on a bench while bags are slowly piling up next to us.
Oh yeah, you guys were basically given carte blanche to just go get each of yourselves something nice. They even let Dahlia get something for her time.
Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking.
It's safe to assume someone talked him into that.
Hmm.
I'm thinking something a bit sophisticated, but not too flashy. I figure maybe Flora or Arya would probably want to do something along those lines. No, just Flora. Yodrick, so have you given any thought to what Dahlia said then? Is the
About my
picture
first...
starting to form in your mind?
I believe I have an idea. It's very much going to just depend on the people I end up interacting with at the party. How outgoing it becomes with the personality of it.
Well, that's good. It's better
As
if
you
your
said,
mask...
we don't need to put anybody through a table, but...
No, but
I
it would
need
be
to
good if your
direct
mask
someone's
were to have
attention. I
many
could certainly
faces.
try to do that.
What was that, Yodrick?
If I need to direct someone's attention, I can certainly do that.
Certainly could. I'm assuming you're going to go the route of the merchant then, so you'll be offering an economic incentive for people. If I were to give you my advice, it's best to avoid specifics, but know the generalities of what you're offering.
Sell the idea, not the product.
Precisely, because you have no product to sell.
Looks at my gems. Oh,
On the scale of which you would need.
yes.
Yet.
Can I say something above game that might help with what's being discussed?
Go ahead, sport.
In this situation, it'd most likely be best for Yordrick to point out the economical benefits of the person we're trying to get with her to be with her and what that could open up trade-wise for other people.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I've started doing this and this and this, and I'm already seeing profit.
Do I need to act like I'm already in talks with doing business with the Bitter Blacks, maybe?
Wouldn't be a bad choice.
We will have Arya there, and I don't think she'd be against playing that part. Her or
Again,
Cedric,
they
actually.
cannot fact check you.
That is true.
Precisely.
So
Like-
I'm just thinking that if a merchant is already in discussion with one family, I can either distract the other families by them trying to get me away from the Bitter Blacks, or I just hype up the Bitter Blacks by being, oh, we're in talks.
I
Then
just
Or
again,
kind of
even
that does raise the problem of if they do go with the Bitter Blacks. So about that one guy from
that fell through.
yeah, that's the only thing I could
I-
think
Yeah.
of doing.
It's
I just
very
had a funny
easy.
thought.
Or it's
Go
also
for
just
it.
a thing of not your like business.
Yeah, not
Just a bunch of these other families trying to get Yordrik away from the Bitter Blacks, and he ends up forgetting that he's not actually a merchant.
Ends up getting funding for his shop, leaves the party.
guys.
That'd be one way for me to...
Guys, this job was way too good. Sorry, I'm leaving.
No, I was thinking it's just a guys. I accidentally left us alone.
You don't have the power to sign for that, so go right ahead.
No, you accidentally leave yourself alone, says Dahlia.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yes, Micah, it pretty much you can say whatever you want. That no one can fact check you tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Deception rolls are not gonna be contested. It's gonna be how good are you.
It's all role play.
They have no way to know what's true.
You look fancy. You got gems. Yeah, he's probably a gem merchant.
Hmm.
He got invited to this party.
Mm-hmm.
Invited. I just found a back door open and I walked in because I smelled food.
Not supposed to say that part out loud.
Careful, if you even say that as a joke, you'll be saying it in character.
Mm-hmm.
I say you'd then have to make a roll. If you do well on that roll, though, you may be seen as the funny man at the party, at least.
Yep. Careful with jokes.
Ah, yes. Looks at charisma. Oh, wait. Wrong kind of warlock.
Wait, I'm a whizlock.
Yep. So yeah, Flora is able to. Cat, is that the point where you find the thing you suggested?
Yep.
So why don't you describe it as you come out of the dressing room in front of Dahlia?
Oh,
Post it in
describing
chat
it
if you can
gonna
find
be
a picture.
tough. I actually did a very rough, mind you, sketch.
Well, it's also good for the audience to hear this.
Why not?
Yeah, I was using one of those fashion like frames, and it was like, this is weird, but that's the general idea.
So we're listening.
But it is a form-fitting gown that is floor length, but it does have a slit in one side clean up to the hip, and a very, very deep V-neck with small straps that cross over her chest.
What colors?
It starts out as an emerald green at the top and then fades into a gold.
Dolly just looks at you and she just says,
Oh, good Lord, Cedric. Good luck.
like,
Dahlia is like, do we have to bury him?
like, careful, you, yeah, you look like this at the party. You're certainly gonna draw everyone's attention.
We did agree on bold, didn't we?
Oh, it's bold. It's a good bold. Don't get me wrong. It's a really good bold. But man, is it bold.
It's
You
so
said
bold.
bold a lot.
It's
I'm worried.
it's so bold. It's italicized.
Trash.
Flora, look in the mirror. You look great. Alright?
Flora, look in the mirror, roll an intimidation on yourself.
I was say Flora can roll a performance for posture.
It's one of those times where she
Bardic-
just looks
bardic
in the mirror and
inspiration.
blushes herself.
Dolly's giving you bardic inspiration.
And Kat, you can use dexterity for this.
How do I change what I use for it?
Are you proficient in performance at all?
I am proficient, yes.
Then just roll dexterity and add your proficiency bonus to it manually.
You can also add a d6.
Yeah, and add Dolly's Bardics.
What?
That's a save. Try again.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that would have just been what we wanted. So add Dolly's d6.
You have advantage on it, so you could at least
Yep.
get a 15 at most. This ain't bad. 14, it still ain't
A
bad.
14, respectable. You're not slouching.
You haven't been
But
at
Peleus, as you see this, you're more familiar with the high society. You can see where her posture is failing.
I see. We're going to have at least a little bit of training for both. Maybe not. But the rest might just be distraction enough for most people.
It's possible.
I mean, I will admit it's been a while since I've been to an event like this, so...
Trust me, I forget the details sometimes as well.
Now, Peleus, did you decide on an outfit? Because I know I gave you a bunch of options.
You did give me quite a few options. I believe I was gonna go with. Let me find it.
Describe it.
Let me find it real quick. We have a lot of
Yeah.
messages. I gotta go.
I also sent him a great purple option.
We did. I think we're gonna go with the second to last one because we're not gonna use the Grimace suit, unfortunately.
Ooh, boo! He doesn't want to dress like the Grimace.
Bold
That,
and
sorry,
rash.
look, Flora's stealing the show. I don't want to, steal the show.
He comes
Right.
out in a full Grimace suit. Dahlia smites him.
Oh no, by all means. Steal the show.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go with the second to last, which is kind of this nice black suit with sort of a white undershirt. It has this sort of gold embroidery going all the way down the side. I don't know how to quite describe it because I'm not good with suits. I don't wear them in real life a lot, surprisingly, blue collar as I am. And I'm gonna post the picture.
I already did.
Oh, okay, never mind. AJ,
Yeah,
posted-
it is a black jacket with gold embroidery down either side of the jacket. It's a single-breasted suit. It's got a French cut shirt, so that means the sleeves go past the jacket, and you have cufflinks. It has a ruffled ascot in place of a tie. It is a 4-button vest. I can't count.
Very nice. Yordrick, what are you looking at?
And he also has a cane.
Bit
I have a
much.
cane, or Yordrick
You're
has a
right.
cane.
You have a cane. It has been decided Mr. can't wear a top hat.
So I feel like you really can't wear hats with your horns. Unfortunate.
It's for
I could've
knocking the
sworn.
pores away.
Yeah.
Yordrick would definitely just have been looking at the sort of base suits and be looking for different shades of green for vests.
You see the tailor looking at you in utter confusion.
Don't worry, we'll figure it out.
I hope we
A
will.
Challenge for your craft.
Are you
As
a
they-
professional or are you not?
They take a bandana and tie it around their forehead, and just deep inhale, exhale.
Some dark makeup going across their chin. Fucking red
The
hair.
war.
To war.
Yes.
with threads.
You have to ward this man, as I'm going to roll a weaver's tools.
Oh no.
I'll give him bardic inspiration.
Will I
Okay.
be too much of a challenge?
Okay, on the die, base 6. Sorry, with modifiers, that's a 16. And my 2d6s say. 6. 22.
I'm just now imagining, oh, it's too much of a challenge, and George goes, "Oh right, I can just do this," and he just takes his shell off.
Just pop it off
Yeah, no, it's
like a bottle cap.
There'd be nothing under there. Everyone just going, ah!
Yeah, it's just the void.
Dolly hits you with
Just-
the broom. Put it back on. Put it back on.
Just does like the equivalent of a misty step, and it's just
Yes, they are able to do it. This is a very handsy procedure, Yordrick, so you are going to be uncomfortable. Anytime you try to move away or protest, they basically smack it. No.
They just pull the curtain and all of you hear like construction noises and
Yep.
throwing
You're...
noises.
Think about it like Boston Traffic.
Kaboom.
Sound
There's
of
a
fire
Wilhelm
burning and then
scream
a
in there
fire
for some reason.
extinguisher.
Yeah, you hear a fire engine as well. And Yordrick is somehow coming out with a suit that only goes around the front bit of his shell. He somehow has sleeves and pants as well. They even miracled him some shoes.
It
And
looks
he
like a
just-
suit, but it's actually an apron.
I mean, that's what I've kind of imagined his clothes usually are. That they've just tucked
And
them up.
because you're Wakingari, you have a furred cape.
Ooh.
He puts on a top hat and just modifies the war pick slightly to look more like a cane.
Cane sword and stats now.
Is a
I
cane
need
sword
my
a
blood
short
more.
sword, I believe? Or a
No, I have specific stats for it. If I mention a weapon, I have specific stats.
Sir, I have an entire handbook about bloodborne weaponry in 5e. I can just hand
You
that
have?
over.
Wait, do you have the daddy's belt?
I don't know if I have the daddy's belt.
Oh, it's the starting weapon. It's my
It's the
favorite.
cane starting weapon.
Oh, yeah, it actually does have
Yeah,
that.
'cause it
it's the
turns into a
nickname I
whip.
gave it.
Yes, it does have the daddy's
Yeah.
belt.
What about you?
Good, that's
not
my
guilty?
favorite.
The big pile driver weapon.
It has everything.
Say, Dahlia found her
Yeah.
dress.
Yeah, it's the assassin's blade stats, Mike. It's a D10 slash.
It's not bad.
Mm.
No, because it's an exotic weapon, but he gets auto proficiency.
Back to the blade.
Blade.
Yes. And with that, we are going to cut over to Scrap, knocking
Aw.
at the big gate.
I don't get the same
What?
dress.
Go ahead. Go. I didn't think you had something. I was trying to stall.
I did. I put it in the chat.
Go for it.
I'll describe it as well. It
Please
is
do. I was
a,
trying to buy you time.
It's a whitish embroidered dress up on top that goes into a nice dark purple to black with just butterflies all around the bottom. It is very Dahlia.
Yeah, that is very
Little
Dahlia.
dress that needs a mesh underneath it to keep it all the way out.
It does.
Yes.
She looks much more tiny in it, but still looks good.
She's a little high maintenance. I think you gotta
That's
be.
wearing her.
But yes,
I feel like she would walk into the room and use minor illusion or major image and just make butterflies fly off of her dress.
Oh, she will.
yeah, she can do that. She can almost do that with her faith alone.
No,
Yeah.
that would be an entrance.
That'd get the church's attention.
Just in big, bold letters, spelled out in butterflies. Your god is wrong.
Just
Fight me.
behind her, just in big letters, the monarch turns to the snake people, flips them off, continues to walk into the room.
Later, nerds. But yes. Yes, everyone, I was trying to buy you time for that. But yeah, we will now cut to Scrap, going to the big gate, meeting the ogre gateman.
What's your
business?
I have materials for Cyrus.
Okay, I'll call Sir Cyrus, just to check if you are legitimate who you say you are. Sign here. Because he hands
Is it
you a
just like-
sign-in sheet.
I was to say, is it just like a sign-in sheet? Yeah, he signs it.
You're waiting out for 10 minutes as the gate just opens. Right this way, sir.
You go through the gate.
And you're led down to Cyrus in his lab. 3 locks get taken off the door, and they let you in.
Were the locks on the
Oh, yes, they're
outside or
fine.
the inside?
Inside.
Okay, I was like, are they keeping him in there, or is he keeping other people out?
Amazing if they're on the outside.
Hey, they need Cyrus to work, and they will work. Hey, you're back and alive.
Yeah, I was a little close on a couple of them, but yeah, we're fine.
Look, it took you like a day. Come on, come downstairs. I scienced up some lemonade.
Oh, heck, you got the science lemonade?
I don't have lemons, so.
Just fun.
As they pour you a beaker of what is probably lemonade.
Does it taste like lemonade?
It tastes a lot more sour, so it looks like they may have taken pure malic acid, sugar, and water. It's brisk.
Yeah, he takes a little sip of it, thinks a little bit, rubs his chin. You might need to dilute this a little bit more, but it's good.
Thanks. It's hard to get lemons out here. So, you got exactly what I needed. Less, more. What's the scoop, little buddy?
More for the most part. And he pulls out his bag of holding and just starts pulling out supply.
Yeah, given what you got just enough of the other two things, but you have a 1.5 times the amount of Obliviex moss. Oh, I owe you more, don't I? Okay. As you are handed another 5 platinum.
Awesome. That moss was kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah, I didn't know much about it. I just know it messes with memories. What's it do?
Well, it eats magic.
They are writing this down.
It actually woke up because we were using, I think it was prestidigitation on a stick as a compass. I don't really know how that was supposed to work, but it worked kinda because we got there, so, but yeah, it ate that, woke up, then, I guess, stole the knowledge of how to cast spells out of my friends' heads.
They are writing this down, and they're just cross-checking with notes.
Let's see, after that happened, it took on the shape of the person it ate the memories from, and it started walking around like it had legs.
Okay, this explains why it can, I guess, detect anyone with magical potential within 120 feet.
Yeah, it can also cast the spells it steals, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, we found out that the hard way when it cast Shatter on a few of us. That almost ended badly.
Hey, you're alive though, aren't you?
I didn't even get hit by it, but another person did, and they weren't looking good.
Well, they're alive, aren't they?
Yes.
Then good, we don't gotta pay for a funeral.
That is true.
I feel like we would owe you if I asked you to do this. What about the rest of it? Did any of it beat you up?
Well, the skate was able to stab through an entire log.
That tracks.
I honestly didn't see a whole lot of that fight because I was busy dealing with some particularly aggressive flora that wouldn't let go.
Isn't that your friend?
Not her. Like, it was a plant. It was trying to wrap me up in its roots or something.
Okay, so she's not a plant. Okay.
No. She does have these weird plants growing on her arm. I'm not exactly sure what that's about.
Okay, so we'll write her in as a maybe.
Yeah. Then there was the bloom thing. It was very aggressive. And it made you really want to be near it.
Well, crap, to be fair, it is called a Doom Blossom. If it was passive, we'd need to rename it.
Yeah. Luckily, we didn't have to hunt another one of those, though.
Yeah, that good thing you knew what you were looking for, too. Turns out those things are super good at hiding.
Yeah, I can see that. This one, the one that we found, was in the middle of a lake on an island.
Yeah, probably people would just get drawn there to be a little bit safer, and then, take a sniff.
There was a corpse on that island. There were some mushrooms there that caused paralysis, and some moss that ate depression.
Did you get the mushrooms?
I think I got a little bit of it.
Yes. You asked
You
me
did.
to cut it off.
He's
you.
like fishing around in his inventory a little bit, and he's here it is. And he pulls out some of the mushroom. It was either spores or actual mushroom. I can't remember which.
It was actual mushroom. Scrap, you know this is a potent hallucinogen, right?
As someone who had it affect them, yes.
Yeah, fun?
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Alright, sweet. Well, if you'd like to have a bit more fun and not die, I'm pretty sure I can distill out the paralysis. Probably turn into a powder of some kind, as long as it's purely recreational and not dealing.
How fast can you do it, and will I get in trouble if I put it in someone's drink?
Well, depends on how much you got and how big of a priority you want this to be. And I think.
What
you
if
get in
I
trouble
say
for-
that it? What if I say it's to help out the family with the party plans that we have?
Okay, persuasion, but they're pretty easy. They don't people.
Persuasion. It was almost a 19.
Eh.
You
You know, I can do it, but I got no guarantees for you. I can leave this on a back burner. And I think unless you are making the drink, you get in trouble if you put anything in someone's drink without them asking.
Yeah, that's probably fair. Yeah, just kind of do it if you have time. It'd be useful if we need to get someone to space out a bit and lose track of what's going on, but it's not
Or if you're watching a
necessary.
fireworks show.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't get it done before the party, I can always use it for that.
Well, you here to work or you here to visit?
I could do both.
Alright, well, let's get going. As they are going to basically... You guys are going to start the testing to see if things will work.
I am here for this.
I need you to roll an advantage alchemist tools to see how because you're in a very, very well done facility.
Which stat?
Intelligence.
$15.
They're respectable. They only roll a 17, so. As you start working and working, you realize what each component kinda does. The skate antennas are working as a stabilizer for the whole thing. So essentially it stops the mixture from splitting. Keeps it from being a solution. I think, yeah, it's a solution and not a mixture.
Mm-hmm.
The Doom Blossom pistols are where the pheromones are. Basically to open the mind, get things a bit more palatable. So you're not instantly rejecting it. And it's to ease the withdrawal. Your mind is more open to this substance. And the Obliviax Moss seems to be to wipe the dependencies out of the genetic memory. So your brain forgets that it no longer needs to make this chemical. It will just start remaking serotonin again. And this does take all day. Like, you are there till like 10 at night. And they do not eat. So they do not remind you to do so. Yeah, as they're well, I'm slowing down, so I think you gotta go home.
Huh?
Yeah, you gotta leave.
Okay.
Takes one.
Oh
step
crap! I
to
was
the
supposed to ask questions about the guy we're supposed to.
I got time for one.
I mean, I don't know if you particularly know a whole lot about him, but
My nephew?
yeah.
And there's not much to know about the kid.
That's kind of what I'm worried about, because we're supposed to, like, sell people on how great he is and stuff, and...
Roll a
Oh,
raw
no.
charisma to see how good of friends you guys are, to see if they tell you something.
Seth.
I will allow this with advantage because you were working with them all day.
6.
Well, that's a shame, but he's a very patient kid, I'll tell you that. Unfortunately, anything else that's going on right now is family business, champ.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Chin a
go-
little bit.
Hmm?
Rubs his chin a little bit as he's starting to walk out. I guess we could maybe swing that into, like... being mindful of situations and understanding and so on and so forth.
And the second you are out of their basement door, 5 locks are locked.
Just keeps walking like he doesn't hear it.
Yes, now all your guys' fancy clothes is completely paid for. Now, Kat, did you want Flora to dye her hair?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about it with Dahlia.
I can't say that's just part of the natural 20 earlier.
That was makeup.
Got a separate roll for hair.
No,
Makeup.
there's nothing to roll. Not everything's mechanic. This is just dialogue.
I know. I'm just joking.
So Dahlia,
Hmm.
I was thinking.
Dragging this giant bag behind her. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what Peleus is for.
That's what Yordr can place.
You're right. Please hold this.
Throw it at him.
Yes?
I've been kind of going through some changes and some realizations as of late. I was thinking
You were
about
supposed to do that 20 years ago.
Yeah, say, oh, she's going through the change again.
I was thinking
Second
about
POV.
making a more semi-permanent physical change as well.
Okay.
Kind of just remind myself, I guess, everything. I was thinking about dyeing my hair.
Alright. Never done that before, but
There's hairdressers here. You don't have to do it.
I mean, it's up to her if she wants Dolly to do so. She can try. She'd probably be okay at it. It's just...
I guess what I'm asking is, would you care to join me while I go get my hair done?
sure. I can go get it like a, well, I would say a haircut, but that,
The real trick is to just dye strips of your hair a different color so you're embracing the new while accepting the old.
yeah, this could be fun. You can see what my hair looks like when it's not completely fiery.
Ooh.
At least Dahlia can at least get it washed and touched up.
Yeah.
Now, while that is happening, the gentleman, you can either find a bench or a ye old pretzel stand.
Yordr, I'm a little bit hungry. Don't you want some food?
I could eat.
Now, this is for something extra, so roll investigation.
Oh,
Alright.
This is just for something extra.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
there
14.
better not be anything in my churro. 8.
I would say, Palix also finds a Cinnabon.
Oh,
So you order pretzel or Cinnabon?
Cinnabon.
You can do both.
I want to make a joke about the Nord wanting his sweet roll, but I can't think of something.
Go ahead.
Holy shit, they got anti-Asimar's pretzel.
Yeah, anti-ASMR, thank you.
Alright, we're gonna go to the Cinnabon, I think.
You can do both. But yeah. You just get one big old cinnamon roll to share for 2 silver. With drinks. You get real lemonade. None of that science crap.
Oh my god. No science nade.
No limo science. Got science drink.
That was good. So, Yordr, you decide then on everything? Should we start with the coaching when we get back to the hotel, or wait until tomorrow?
We can start when we get back. I see no reason why to put it off.
No, fair point. Suits, we've got that, and once Scrap gets back with that information, which I'm sure he's gotten, he never fails to disappoint, then I think we can start to have a bit of a game plan for this.
Cat, what color does Flora's hair come out?
It comes out purple.
Yeah, purple hair Flora now.
Hmm.
And all I have to do is grab onto Scrap, and you will just be that thing in the swamp. It was a purple flower.
Imagine Flora is getting her hair done like it's in one of those like machine things or like the equivalent.
Yeah, like being dried.
Yeah. As you just see Dahlia walk out as she has 2 people holding her hair, as it's pretty much all the way at this point down to her ankles.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you want to cut it at all, or are you going to rock the Rapunzel for a little bit?
Oh, she's rocking the Rapunzel for a bit. She just puts it back in the
Okay.
giant bun. After
Yep.
everything.
Yeah, it is. It is impressive how tightly they have to bun Dahlia's hair to get it to look the way it does.
You'd also notice that when it's not on fire and everything, when it's that color, it is like a pitch black coal.
Yep. Charcoal. And you see, it is a 2-person job to get her hair like this. She has to do this every morning.
Oh my goodness. Dahlia, if you ever need help with that, that's gotta be exhausting.
Why do you think her strength is so high?
It's all neck muscle.
We will never tell you.
Honestly,
Dolly has
I
a
use
20
a
in strength.
lot of magic to get this to stay like that. Never
can
want to
imagine.
get me too angry in a battle, because if I like undo the pin, it's like a bomb going off.
Flashbang.
Okay, it's not true, but it'd be hilarious if it was.
Just poof.
Hair expands, but it's enough force to knock someone back.
Domain expansion.
AJ, does this mean that she can take levels into the hair cleric?
I still have the hair cleric if she wanted to.
Honestly, with her being so like religious, yeah, she probably could.
The hair.
Rodin, it lets you make your hair into hands.
Catch
And
these
and your hair becomes your spell focus.
Just Bella's just like, all right, Dolly, we're just gonna go fist for fist on this one. All right, 2 giant fists out of her hair. All right, hang on, I'm not sure if
We may
that's.
have underestimated this encounter.
Tails transform into giant fucking fists. It's a stand.
Go!
We're both doing the one move from Naruto with the giant statue with the giant hands. We're just
Yep.
beating the shit out of it.
Yep.
Oh god, I can feel my stitches ripping. This is great.
Wait,
Oh,
yes. It is like 10 at night. You've had dinner. Scrap still hasn't shown up.
When
I
do we
think Scott
start
might have made a
having
friend.
concerns?
I don't know, how
when
long
we
did
feel
you
an
guys?
earthquake.
When did you guys get concerned when I left?
Hmm?
Okay, so not at all. Got it.
Ouch.
Okay, well, okay, that's not true. She points to Flora. She got concerned. Thank you.
Very.
Flora cares.
I figured you're a grown-ass woman. You can take care of yourself.
In the city full of giant snake priests. They hate my religious.
He's also not one to wander off.
Considering how hard
Flora,
you were
they don't
to catch,
just
yes,
hate
actually.
your religion. They hate all other religions.
Well, by extension, hers.
Yes, you're included in
All
it,
right.
but it's not.
Well, he is my friend, so I am gonna go look for him. I guess I will start making my way to the Bitter Blacks.
We should really figure out a means of communication or a more permanent buddy system.
Honestly, just give me a little bit. I've been working on something.
It's not hard. Scrap's just on his way.
I mean,
That's why Dolly's just like, it's a pretty far distance to the Bitter Blacks. I mean,
Scrap, would you be muttering to yourself about anything while you walked?
Muttering to myself.
Muttering to yourself, looking off into space, like anything but paying direct attention to what you're doing.
Me, yeah, probably.
Okay, so dex save not to bump into Dahlia.
Strap.
Sorry. Bonk right into your knee.
Oh, hi, Dolly.
Hey. Everyone got worried because you weren't home, and then I'm like, well, he would have just blown everyone up. But I figured I'd come see, just to make sure.
Worried? It's only looks up at the sky.
She pulls out the orb.
Dark. 10 p.m. Sorry, 10:30 by then.
10:30.
Huh.
I figured you just got into the lab and started working.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I figured.
I had this weird lemon drink.
Ooh. Sounds delicious.
It was kind of sour, and it was kind of like lemonade, but it definitely doesn't deserve to be called lemonade.
All right, fair
It's
enough.
not aiding anything.
You would have remembered?
Remembered.
Usually you just forget to eat, so you usually don't notice you didn't.
That's a
He,
good point.
he didn't. He hasn't brought up at eating anything. He just remembers having this lemon drink.
Did you have anything for lunch, dinner?
Stares at you for a second.
All right, Yardrick said he found a Cinnabon stand somewhere. Maybe we could find something similar on the way back.
Oh, everything's closed.
We'll get you something at the hotel. Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably a good
if
idea.
you want, if you want, I do have one of these you can snack on. It's not really anything that's gonna hold you over, but it probably tastes good. She'll pull out another pie.
You have a whipped cream in a tin.
Don't tell Palius, but I have one more
No,
Why do
scrap
you
it.
keep having these?
because
That's a
it's
disturbance
really
of the Force.
funny. Frankly, I figure if I ever learn the spell catapult, I may just end up giving him trauma.
It's like the hot dog guy in The Simpsons. You kidding? He's putting my kids through college.
They're 2 copper. Of course she's gonna take them.
They're not expensive.
They're not expensive and they're hilarious to her. You gotta remember when Palius got like panned in the face with Flora at the door, Dahlia was just in the other room, so she could
Yep.
hear you guys being like, "I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her. I'm not gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her."
No, it's something that's like, do you just follow my husband around? You kidding? This lady's putting my kids through college.
I'll eat of the pie.
Don't tell him.
Squints a little bit. What do I get if I don't tell him?
What's in it for me?
If it works and I hit him with it, I will give you a gold. But if I miss, no, other way around. If I do it and I miss, I will give you 2 gold. If
Okay.
I hit it, you cannot tell him that I have ever had it.
I like the picture on the off
How-
days. You
how are you
tie
gonna hit
with
him?
your creation.
How are you gonna hit him without him knowing you had it?
It's more along the lines of as long as you don't tell him I've had it up to that moment. I mean, he'll know I've had it, obviously, if I ever hit him with it. I mean, this is more of a in case of emergency break glass. He wants to get angry about something, and he's like,
So you're telling me that I only get paid if you miss, but if you do hit him with it, I don't get anything.
you get the satisfaction of seeing him get hit in the face with a pie.
That's your thing.
Alright. 2 gold, just in general. She'll hand you 2 gold. Just don't tell him.
Takes the 2 gold.
Here's a bribe.
Tell him, though, and you'll be my next victim.
Just shrugged a little bit.
Domain expansion. Shop of Infinite Pie.
Bakery.
Anyways,
It's just gonna. No, you know what's gonna happen if you end up making Scrap your next victim? You're gonna end up kneecapping Peleus with a pie.
either way, did we get paid for that?
Yeah, that was the money that I gave you guys earlier. He paid us ahead of time.
Huh. Alright.
They can do that?
It was just
They
more
did do that.
shocking that they did it. It was just like, oh, alright.
People can do that?
Would have thought they would have waited until after we did it.
At this point, you guys got all back to the hotel room. Yeah, it took Dahlia 5 minutes to find him.
5 minutes to
Dude,
find
have
him.
you-
Took a little bit longer because I kept looking for food stands that weren't open.
Mm-hmm. Like, boom, found Scrap right away. You guys are slow.
to walk in the room.
Okay.
You just got to get into the mindset of Scrap.
So
I
you're
Behind
imagine
him.
you walk in and Yordrik is just having to walk in a straight line with books on his head.
Flora 2.
Yeah. Police
Both
is
of
just
you?
directing us.
My grandpa used to have me do that.
This is why he's got the whip.
Are you using it?
No.
Okay, so because if you are, Dolly's just gonna slowly close the door.
All right.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Scrap, how was your night?
It was alright. There was this weird lemon drink, and we started making the anti-addiction medicine.
Oh, good. How'd that go?
Pretty well. I know a bit more of how it works. Not quite the way I expected it to, but it's interesting.
Did he indicate how they plan to provide it to the city? Is it something that...
No, I think they mostly want to make sure it works before they start risking people to go and get more of the materials that they need to make it.
Would be sensible. Yodrik, shoulders straight.
I lost my chance at a joke. Not too long.
The timing is bad.
Yes, I was trying to think of what joke I could make about just pulling, being like, you can't see my shoulders, they're in the shell.
Yeah, you gotta be quicker than that.
Trust me, Yodrik, a true nobleman knows. Flora, you're doing fantastic.
Pretty sure like
Actually-
90% of comedy is timing.
Raw
Hey.
dexterity from the both of you.
Aha! Ha ha ha! Ah.
11.
Never mind, Flora, you're doing mediocre.
3.
Yodrik,
Yeah.
watch those shoulders.
Now, I will say you have,
Got it.
you still have a sleeping goth.
She's still out.
You passed her out at 3. She does, she keeps you asleep for 8 hours.
Yeah, she's
And you
near,
said it
she's
was
about to
a
wake up
full
then.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone know
So I will
if
say-
maybe on speed? Sorry, not eats.
You just feel a tap on your shoulder.
Hmm?
We. Sometimes.
You want food? Oh.
Mm.
Also,
She just holds up the little skeletal sheep plushie.
Almost, yes, thank you. She does the whole French hug, kiss both cheeks thing. No, clearly just a way to be very appreciative.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I eat sometimes, like, I don't have to anymore.
no, it's up to you.
'Cause I think... Oh, never mind, that's magic theory, that's too advanced. I would eat something. She just looks at Flora. Needs work.
I'm doing my best here. It's been a while.
Then stop carrying all your sadness in your shoulders. Carry it somewhere else.
There's nothing for that.
Scrap like starts to open his mouth to say them and just goes, yeah, no, that actually made
Yeah.
that made sense.
Well, it's just in his head. Damn it, I thought I was being strict with him.
Is she? Oh wait, I remind you of her cane that is just a skeletal hand holding a green orb. Is she trying to impress a man, a woman, or what?
Everything in between.
Man-ish individual.
A party?
I think it's less about her distracting Zedric and more about distracting everyone else. Although I'm sure he'll appreciate any effort she puts forth.
I really
True.
just want to look the part.
She stood back in your slashing back with her cane. No, chest up, out, shoulders back.
Well, I at least got the out. Well,
Wait.
I helped get the outfit right, and she.
Dahlia, I'm sure you did amazing, but she needs work.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Scrap over here in basically a raptor stance.
Unfair.
He's banned fair. You need to carry your sadness in your butt so it's bigger. Or get over you being sad, I don't know.
Dolly goes to bed. She's just like,
She looks at Peleus. She looks at
I thought
Peleus.
you carried your sadness in your feet so it keeps you grounded.
Well, then they swell. She just looks at Peleus. Perfect. Keep going.
By all means.
Or Theodric. Hopeless.
Understandable.
Good thing he only needs to do the merchant walk, not the noble walk.
Hmm.
Much simpler.
Okay, so I'm going to get some we need to get some rocks so we can weigh your pockets down because it's like money.
Brilliant idea.
He just looks at Yordric. Do you have pockets?
I always have pockets. It'd be a fool to have clothes with no pockets.
He looks into the hard camera.
Here's that women's clothing industry.
What kind of fool would not have pockets on their clothing?
No, Flora, she is willing to basically tell you, stay up with you the ins and outs of how to keep attention. If you stay up all night with her.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you only need half the amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
As she tells you, as she's going to sit and explain the perfect ways to walk, the perfect ways to eat, she goes on for about half an hour of why she knows this and that she hates it, and that everyone just stop pretending to be other things and just go do something useful with their lives.
Oh, she'll have a little chat. I don't know if Yordric is there, but even if he is, she'll have a little chat about, when she used to do this. Just remembering everything. There's so many rules.
Mm-hmm. And if you break one, it's not only going to reflect poorly on you, but the gentleman you are with.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually kind of scared of doing that.
To which, the way you describe it, he reminds me of me, and I don't know how I feel about that. He just turns to Peleus and like, did you guys ever notice that?
Well, a little bit.
We both just look up from a table with a bunch of silverware where Yordric is trying to figure out the proper
Jammed it all in your pockets to try to weed.
Crap looking over from a golem core that he's trying to condense the magic out of. What?
Dahlia face first and pillow.
A little bit, but he didn't try to buy my body when he first met me, so I didn't really quite catch on with it.
He
Is it
seemed
because they have hairs?
I don't know, Flora, did he have you on the first night after we met? I think so.
See, you can tell the yes from the shame in her eyes.
Oh!
She came here to learn how to walk, not get roasted.
She is come out
Walking on
swinging.
This is why she doesn't sleep. She's rested.
Like I
She's
say,
alert now.
She literally woke up and chose violence.
Yeah, now she's alert. You've never
Gonna
dealt with her
get up.
alert.
Go get a couple of wine glasses and a bottle of wine. All right, it's time you teach me how to
Do that.
hold this. And yes, I want you to put wine in it.
Okay.
Method acting, important.
Practical experience.
Okay, first step is to sip without reacting. She puts the wine down and pulls out hard vodka.
Oh.
Remember, she carries... This is what her town makes. She carries this on hand.
Oh boy.
I feel like Flora has some experience with that one.
You have an entire wine glass full of it now.
Oh shit.
What? Yeah, bro, I'm like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So the goal is to sip it, you cannot react, and do not spirit drop. Because if that happens and something stains, suddenly that's all we talk about.
Well,
Yeah,
not the
we must
big
share.
names I'm used to, but let's do it.
You should learn how to walk with it as well. She's just gonna go get the books.
Eyes and gets up.
I will give this advantage because you're now less nervous due to the vodka.
Advantage dex.
Yeah, raw dex.
17.
See, you put the drink in her head and suddenly she just blossoms.
Like a
She
flower
also
plant,
looks
you
to
give
the
it
room.
water.
She looks at the room. Is that sad?
Grab looks up from his golem core again. What?
Not you. In fact, hold on, Musher. She's gonna touch the golem core. Her eyes are gonna glow a bright green, and suddenly that golem core illuminates the room. This should keep you busy.
He just puts both arms in the air. Woo! He just keeps
For
working.
above game, she just burned a 7th level spell on you.
Here's a roll of quarters, kid. Go knock yourself out
Go,
of there.
she literally handed you a roll of platinum. Go nuts.
Here's a roll of solid gold doubloons, kid. Go nuts.
Mm-hmm.
He is ready.
He's rested, rejuvenated, moisturized.
In his lane. Okay, so you were saying, Peleus?
I think it's safe to say Flo has some problems, yes, with the drinking, but everyone
I'm
has
more
something like that.
That's more fascinated. You put the drink in her head and suddenly she can do anything.
They do call it liquid courage.
Quick, do a cartwheel.
Fascinating.
I was gonna say do a backflip.
Walking.
You are already working with perfect posture, chin up, as to look down on people and all that fun jazz.
Okay.
Seeing those. That is the stuff you need to... her stomach just growls. First I sleep and now this. What did you do to me?
Alias, I forgot. Is this the soup spoon or the dessert spoon?
We're going to be here all night, aren't we?
It is already 5 in the AM.
Oh.
We were here all night.
Yeah. Lady Vivian said we're staying up all night.
The only one who went to bed was Dahlia.
Yep. Dahlia's the only one spared the exhaustion point. She just basically starts ordering room service.
I forget, this was after we spent a night in town, or was this before?
After.
Okay, got it.
Did I need to roll anything for figuring out how to condense raw magic out of a golem core?
I will allow a raw arcana. I did
Nat
not
20.
natural 20 for a 26.
Damn.
So, it will be full of magic for the amount of hours equal to the spell level put in. And basically, when you make a potion with it, Scrap, it can only take one spell slot at a time, but that's the number you have to play with. So say you were given this level 7, you can make 7 level 1 manas. Do you catch my drift?
So I can make a number of potions, a number
long
of
as-
level 1 spell potions equal to the amount of hours that it's got in it.
Not just that. So you could make a 3 and a 4, 7 ones,
Mm-hmm.
a 4,
it's-
a 2, and a 1.
So it's
that is
kind of
just
like
your
a ring
cap.
of spell store.
Yeah, but that is your cap, and you can split that number up however you want.
Let's see. So party
But you
only
cannot-
has level 2 spells right now.
But you cannot put more in there until what you have is drained.
Okay. But I
You won't be
can
able to use
figure
this
out.
level 7 because you don't have your lab.
Okay. So I can figure out how to make the potions already, though.
Yeah, more or less. You are now prototyping.
Okay. He's going.
Pretty great, isn't it?
He's gonna make 2 level 2 potions and 3 level 1 potions.
You can't make anything with this.
Well, he's
you
going
don't
to. He's
Oh.
he's going to try and condense the mana into what would be the equivalent of that as he's testing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you will not be able to keep these potions because you need your lab.
Mm-hmm.
But now you just know how to manipulate the core.
Nice.
Which progress.
Yes.
Definite progress. Okay. And now Dahlia wakes up refreshed and all of them look terrible. Except Vivienne, who has not changed.
Yeah, that's what I expected to figure.
Now she got waffles.
So, how's everyone doing?
I figured out how to condense mana.
Yordrick's still caught on cutlery.
Why is there so many?
And Flora's
Because
still
someone-
drinking.
Because a silversmith really, really wanted to sell his goods to rich assholes for overpriced.
Never have I
And
been,
so he
ever
kept
been
making-
so aggravated about being a
Alright.
merchant.
Flora, Scrap, do you want to head
Craftsman.
off to bed? Because Flora, if you've been drinking all night, you're probably a little sloshed.
Not all night, just half the night.
How
could
slosh?
probably use a
How
nap.
slosh is she? Like,
Not
legit-
very. If he started drinking at 5 and y'all get up about 8.
Oh, I thought they were
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that before 5.
Nah.
Okay, that's different.
Nah, it took that long for her to basically explain walking.
Oh, okay.
Listen, a couple of mimosas, it'll be fine.
All right.
Georgie, she just says to you, there's so many spoons and forks because society is stupid.
What she said.
Hmm.
Not just high society, any society that cares about this sort of stupid.
Wouldn't it be easier if it was all just one utensil?
Did you just conceive of the spice?
Spike.
That's what it's called.
It's,
Just
it's
holding
just,
a fork behind a spoon where the points are coming out on top of it. Hmm.
it's just a spork with the end you hold is like a butter knife.
I was gonna say,
It's-
above game, I have one in my camping set. Could Flora have like some sort of small contraption that is like
Wanna s-
folds open into spoon, fork, knife?
You want a
Yes,
Swiss
but it will
Army
not
knife
be
with
all
cutlery?
one It will not be one super utensil like a spife.
No, it's just like
A
it
Swiss
kinda
Army
has.
knife.
It's like
of-
it's like a Swiss Army knife of.
Yes, I will allow that in your mess kit.
I'll just toss it to Yordrick. This is what we used in the army.
Just lays it on the table next to everything. Just starts pointing at all the ones. All of you pale in comparison to one thing.
Talk into the silverware. This is what peak performance looks like.
Sleep deprived Yordrick is great.
All right.
Just
well,
rumps in the chair.
It's only in one anime moment there's a collective tummy growl.
Dahlia,
Oh
do
yeah.
you think you can make something?
She literally ordered room service, and you all got nothing.
I forgot to do that. I was telling
Alright.
him the difference between a soup spoon and a regular spoon.
How about I go
And the dessert
downstairs,
spoon.
I'll order all of you food, and I'm gonna go head out and paint for the day while you all recover from this. By the way,
Mhm.
Scrap,
Ah,
how experienced are you at busting tables and stuff like that, and serving parties? And...
wait, I'm actually supposed to do that?
Go get sleep, you're
That
gonna need it.
needs a lot of training.
Chaos is only half of your job, Scrap.
To be fair, it's not as difficult probably as learning these 50 different utensils to eat with.
You somehow just see one fork that's in a spiral.
I think the upper class just has that many utensils because they have to punish themselves to feel like the money they've earned is worth it.
Probably.
Well, Zatoze hates a dishwasher.
You think they do the dishes?
No, but they have a person who doesn't. They probably hates him. What?
Jeremy makes another spoon.
Say what? Does what I said sound plausible?
Sounds more plausible than the fact that all these things actually exist for a reason.
Yeah, I literally think some noble hated the person who watched the
Oh, yeah.
dishes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I
Alright,
believe that's either that or some silversmith just really wanted to sell nobles shit.
order you all food. I'm gonna go paint for the day. Bye.
Have fun.
No. So why are you going to this stupid little party?
We are
Legal
men-
contract, I don't think we can actually discuss it.
Laura, contracts, we can't talk about it, right?
No, we can't.
Soft.
Hmm.
She just says soft.
We have a
I forget
few
what
of
the
those
conditions
going,
are.
don't we?
Good.
Well, should you not be gathering information on exactly your purpose? Or are you going for fun?
From
Dude,
what
is
I've
this not-
learned, apparently there is no fun.
Yes, it sounds like you are suffering.
I am.
You suffered when you came to my town, so I'm used to this. Flashback, Yordrik was there for a long time fighting off Vikings. By himself.
He lived.
but somehow managed to make do up until the point where we showed up, where he immediately got his butt handed to him.
Hey, at that point, it could have just been a couple of them coming to raid. That time was the entire raiding party.
Yep.
Yeah, and even then I took some of them down and others ran away.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All he had to do was drive them out. He didn't have to slaughter them all.
Yeah.
Like animals.
But when you slaughter them all, they stay gone.
Paul looks at the necromancer. The camera pans to the necromancer. Ew.
People die when they are killed.
Get out of here. That discussion was last night. You missed it. But I think this is a good break time, because then we're going to get straight into the gala if no one has anything else.
I mean, Dahlia wants to roll some
Yeah.
paintings, but yeah.
We can do that during break.
Watch, I gotta go take my meds and
Okay. Now, the other two, you have any information you want to gather for the other four of you? Any other preparations for this? As there are no retcons. You gotta get it done now if you're gonna get it done.
Okay.
I would offer, because I know I heard Peleus asking about it earlier. I would ask if he would like to accompany me to the Bitter Black Estate to see if we can't possibly talk to Zedric or Arya to get a little more information on the, as you put it, the person we're trying to sell.
Yep, on Kane.
Yeah, let's try to have all of our ducks in a row before we go.
That would be our thing. I don't know if you want to roleplay it, but we can.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, any information. Yeah.
Patient, perceptive, curious, has that sugar daddy money.
You will not be given any information you do not specifically ask for.
Oh, Lord.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll offer for Peleus to go. You're probably going to be asking most of the questions, right?
Have some more confidence in yourself already. Come on, you've already got the walk. Now you just need to talk the talk.
Mm. There's some things that just can't be trained, Peleus. Sorry.
Fine, I suppose I can do some of the other questions, but if I forget something, don't be afraid to step in.
No, of course, if I think of anything, I'll speak up.
Alright. Oh, yeah, we'll head over there.
Yordrik, you going too?
Might as well, just to try and get information about other people that are gonna be there.
Scrampa?
So we're all going?
That's what we're asking.
Well,
Might as
everyone
well.
besides you and Dahlia.
I think Dahlia was going to try and teach Strap a little bit about weight.
Yeah, that's probably that's
Okay.
that's probably a good
That's-
idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I thought I was gonna be doing.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
Okay, so we will start with Scrap first because he went last time.
So I have to
Captain Dahlia,
actually
go.
clean the tables.
It depends if there's tables. Typically, yes. Typically, you know, you walk around with a tray, people want drinks, you give them a drink. They don't typically want you to talk to them unless absolutely necessary. Which is why my idea is to just, like, if we can, just put something in people's drinks to make them, like, have some stomach issues, maybe go to they have to use the bathroom. You also want to do stuff like, you know, if you accidentally spill a drink on someone or someone bumps into you, really use that to kind of throw a tray or something.
I have a
Enough
question.
to be a mistake, but not to get thrown out.
How tall is the average guest at this party?
Well, they're all, well, God, if I
Who
know.
knows? That's not really an answerable question.
It could be many people from many different races. It could be like a bunch of Goliaths with a bunch of halflings.
Well, the reason I ask is if I'm walking around with a tray, the highest I can get that tray is like 3 feet.
They may have you do something else then. Who knows?
You need to shine shoes as people are wearing them.
Ask them for their hats
If I
as
need
they
to
come
clean
in.
tables, I'm going to have to be on the table.
Given her like knowledge of stuff like this, would you know what they would typically have someone of his size to do?
They would probably have him with a tray. Just don't serve to the tall people.
He's there for the shorties.
Yeah, you are there for the shorties.
Yeah.
Can you believe they still allow tall people to get married?
Just raises an eyebrow at you, and we're done with our lesson. Just so
Just for fun, Dahlia. I say if you do want to say just done with the lesson, you can roll 1 intelligence to see how good he is.
Another natural 1. All right, 17.
Scrap, gotta beat a 13 wisdom.
13 wisdom.
Widow.
I don't do that.
You have a reroll, don't you? Do you want to use it for this, so you know what?
Do you want to use it for this?
It's up
Do
to
I
you.
wanna use it for this?
It's up if you want to know what you're doing.
I
for-
mean, you get the gist. You just cannot take levels in waiter now.
I think I'm good.
I forgot to say I could have given you bardic inspiration to learn.
It's not super important. It's just how well does he pay attention. He's passable.
He doesn't plan on going into a job profession of being a waiter.
Yeah,
It's
you got
no,
him.
No,
you'll-
but it's a big difference of waiting like at a restaurant and then waiting at like a big event
Yeah.
like this.
Well, you'll get him through his one night. And next, the other 3, the other ones,
Those fuckers.
the DLC characters.
That costs
The ones
$15.95.
worth something is what you mean, then.
No, because we had to pay $60 to get Dahlia and Scrap.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's like the
When
early
you
access.
put it like that.
That's
Well,
the full
you
price
gotta
of the
think
game.
You paid $60 for them and a handful of other characters, so you got to break that $60 into the entire starting lineup. So,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
worth-
we get more character per dollar over here, so I mean,
yeah.
Damn.
Plus, we have all these cool alt skins that come with us. I mean, there's Ruby Yordrick, there's Aquamarine Yordrick.
the
There's
colors of the rainbow Yordrick.
Actually, Yordrick's not allowed to have ruby-styled Yordrick.
Yeah,
What
that's
do you
the
mean?
same.
What do you
That's the
mean? There's a
first
scale
skin
color
that
for
no one
Scrap.
ever wins with.
Yeah,
There's a
all the-
scale color for Scrap of every chromatic dragon. He could be all of your portraits.
And don't forget the metallics.
Hmm.
He could be the gold
Those
kobold.
don't exist. Those are a myth.
Dolly's
There's
just her in a
monkey
bunch of different
skin.
outfits.
Yeah, I know.
Monkey Skin Palius.
Son
There's
Goku.
Mojo Jojo Skin Palius.
Yeah, Mojo Jojo's son Wukong Palius.
There's Goku with Drip Palius.
Yeah, I say Goku Palace. Put back the Bitter Blacks.
Slickerot Callius.
Please say, guys, feel free to put fun skin ideas in your Far and Wide 2 the Return of Cooler's Revenge, the Reckoning chat.
I say there's a Flora skin for her time.
Micah, put it in the chat, please.
Okay.
So yes, as you approach the gate, you two don't need to sign in. You're established. One of you's been here enough. They do frisk Yordrick and Palius.
Check his shell.
They check his shell.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. They reach in, they come out with a mouse trap.
It's an ogre. His fingers will just crutch it.
You know, that was planned more for smaller people.
I thought you were about to say. I thought you were about to say. You know, that was my grandmother's.
My grandmother's mouse trap.
Been in the family line for generations.
Oh, I'll say it's not Mousetrap, the actual Mousetrap, it's the board game.
Oh no.
Oh, my favorite hobby.
I just had it assembled. But yes, as you get in there, let me roll to see who's home. Not good for you.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, the only one home is is Arthas the father. Hello, you three. How can we help you here? What brings you barging in?
We were hoping to get a bit more information prior to the gala itself.
Oh, that's good. Did you figure out a name so we can make sure to forge it onto the guest list?
Yes. As long as there's not anybody really from Weckingar, it's not gonna catch too many eyes, but Gronstein should work.
All right. As he basically hands you uses his forgery powers and hands you the invitation.
Okay, then. Above game, that's green stone.
Mm.
Little on the nose there, but fair enough.
Bronco Stein. And what else did you people need to know specifically?
Well, considering our objective for this gala, we were hoping we could get a bit more information on the person we're trying to set up.
What are their selling points?
You said it like you've forgotten my son's name.
Kane?
Still weird.
Hey,
So I have multiple sons. You will have to be specific. But yes, my pride and joy. My lovely wife is currently out in the wild, teaching him how to perform in high society now.
so we can say that he's well versed in the ways of the
He loves
nobility?
nature. He's dedicated. In fact, he'll be
Love
whatever we
nature
need
in
to
the
be.
sense he's following in the footsteps of druidically trained.
Oh yeah, he's carrying on the family tradition. And now believe you this, he's actually quite the gifted sculptor. As he gestures to a sculpture on the other side of the hallway, it's not great.
See.
Hobbies. A man with hobbies.
He,
Good with
He's-
his hands. Yes, good with
he
his
says
hands.
he's using it to express himself.
What, for reference, AJ,
Um,
what does the sculpture look like? Like, what was he maybe trying to go for?
It's very it's aggressively abstract. There's no descriptions.
Oh no, I hate that.
It's however you feel it should be.
So we should say in touch with his emotions?
When he asks him, yes.
Hmm?
Oh, the little thing we teach our children during business times. It's good to put those aside.
Oh, bottling it up. Gotcha.
Only for
Fair
business
enough,
deals.
Yordrick. I mean, he's
He has a good separation of,
of work life. He has a
Business,
good work-life
yes.
balance.
yes, work-life balance.
None of you are salesmen, are you?
I don't think they are.
I'm more craftsman, but I do make my own sales. I just know what I'm talking about when it comes to that.
Yeah, it's fine to say things that aren't true. As long as it's not too big of a lie, like, oh, he's a winged Goliath. Don't say anything like that, obviously.
Winged Goliath.
Of course not.
You'd be shocked.
Be a bit too obvious.
A little bit. You'd be shocked what you see when you're well-traveled, sport.
Is he well traveled?
No. I am. And I've seen a Goliath with wings.
Oh,
Nobody's inciting this man. He could be lying through his teeth.
He could very
it doesn't
well.
really matter if he's lying about that. So
Yeah, honestly.
It's also the fact that I don't think you could tell if he is or not. He's probably
Possibly
a damn
not.
good liar.
You got a great deception skill.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But if you're looking to know who you need to be competing with, I think I can tell you something.
That could also be helpful.
hmm
Well, some of the guests would be Mr. Roland Durandal, your local guild master, if I believe you've dealt with them a little bit.
He's trying to court the.
Oh, no, but he's attending.
Oh,
Yes. And there's some visiting people, mostly some Varisians. a very prominent silk merchant will be coming to this, at least the son of one.
Hmm.
His name is Ridicus Call. He's a young satyr boy. I hear he's jolly funny. And I'm gonna put that name here.
Satyr silk merchant.
You know what the best way to disarm someone being funny is?
Hmm.
Laugh at the inappropriate times for their jokes.
Like during the setup?
Yep.
Ruin
Or
the
winces
timing.
a bit though at the Varisian.
Yeah, just ruin the timing.
Damn,
I
Flora, are
never-
you racist?
No, she's
She's
like
Bill Cosby.
she's just having a moment in her own mind of no, none of those people will be there, right?
Surely not.
And then there's a noble woman from there who's going to be attending and might be in a bit of competition. She's her name is Artoria Angor, and I believe she's a half goblin woman. But you know, between you and me and the walls, I think she's just trying to gain a little bit more territory here.
And what does she do exactly?
She's a noble.
Oh, just noble?
She does
Yeah.
noble things.
Okay.
She runs a territory.
Okay.
A little inexperienced for my taste, wouldn't trust her, but she inherited it.
Something
And-
we can use.
And next, this one might be a bit of a stretch, but the Minister of Defense, we hear, has his eyes on Lady Braun. I don't know if you'd know anything of him, Mr. Yordrick, but he's a Wekingari dwarf. Goes by the name of Floki Jarlson.
Would
Bit
that
on the
be-
older side, but well, you can't really tell with us elves, can you?
Would that be a history check to see if I know?
No, you wouldn't. There's no way to know.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. He said he's the city's Minister of Defense.
Okay.
Those are your three main sorts of competition. Everyone else is a very small little potato.
Hmm.
Oh,
Are you absolutely certain you can't think of any wild cards that might jump out of it?
Well, unless one of you plans on jumping in there, I don't think so.
Not really
Okay.
part of the plan as far as I'm concerned.
Well, with, how events like this work and considering our plans, who's to say there might not be somebody else with a similar idea up their sleeve?
Well,
Improvisation.
some people
is
might
the-
have similar ideas, but can they pull it off? I rather doubt it. The advantage of Mr. Jarlson is he already knows the dear girl.
Hmm.
Works with her very closely.
Well, something we should nevertheless be
What can you actually tell us about the girl?
Mm.
What sort of things does she like? Look for in people.
Now that is hard information to come by.
Hmm.
If I'm being rather candid with you, she's naive as they come. Every one of her policies screams that someone else is speaking for her, and she just wants more power and money. But she's young. She's got thrown into a position of power. I can't blame her.
Is there perhaps any information on any close friends that she might have? Perhaps some confidants that are equally as difficult to get to as her?
Well, there's the High Priest, and he should be there as well.
I was gonna ask about that, if any major
I'm not gonna
representation-
lie, he's not hard to spot if you see a fancy gnome with a stick.
I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and say the stick has a serpent head on it.
Mm-hmm, Golden Cobra.
I guess I was thinking more of perhaps a best friend that might, I don't know, live on the grounds with her, or
You asking if she's
Somebody
got a
she would-
whipping? You asking if she has a whipping boy?
no, just somebody that
believe
she
she's
would be
meaning like a
close to, and perhaps a best friend or a close friend of some kind that maybe she's been spotted with.
I'll answer your question, the above game question. Hey, Peleus, how often do you think nobles actually have friends?
Oh, not very often.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I'll let Peleus explain that one.
I highly doubt that she has any such people, especially if there are people pulling the strings behind her, then, well, her liberties with who she associates with are going to be rather limited.
Right, but I mean, we were all children at one point. Did you not have anyone that you were close to, a friend that you might have even risked sneaking off to spend some time with?
Oh, you sweet
I-
summer child.
I mean, I have my half-brother, yes, and I was
And-
on good terms with a few people, but, I mean, besides him, there really wasn't too many people that I would trust with my life.
Hmm.
That sort of society, that sort of trust is a very valuable commodity and usually needs to be backed up by more than just friendship. If I had to say anything, our closest bet would either be the Minister of Defense himself or the High Priest, and considering our position and theirs, I highly doubt we're likely to get any useful information out of them willingly.
Just hard for me to believe that a young girl doesn't have a best friend roaming about somewhere.
Is
It
Seems like she
is
might
a
not have been
tragedy, is
allowed
it
to.
not?
But we're here to fix that, right?
I would hope.
After all, a partner for life is someone you can trust with anything.
And this gala is taking place within the tower, correct?
It's taking place in her castle and her royal ballroom.
Calais, I might have a side job for you.
What are you suggesting? That I get my hands dirty yet again?
Not really dirty, but perhaps we can gather some information with a little less respectable method.
Well, we're all.
Now, you aren't suggesting something illegal, are you?
Untoward.
Just simply perhaps sneaking off to a certain room and gathering a document of sorts that most young girls would keep.
He just blinks slowly at you. So, your plan is, before the gala, sneak into the palace heavily guarded by elite knights, into her
no.
private bedroom.
Steal her diary.
During the gala.
What game?
Will be.
So,
even
you're gonna break
harder.
away from the fancy party for a panty raid?
Flora,
I'm just throwing out suggestions here.
No, Palace.
I-
Sorry.
I understand why you're suggesting this sort of plan to me over Dahlia. However, I am a 6-foot-tall, large, dark man who's going to be wearing a very fancy suit and accompanying one of the most well-known people in this city. And you want me to sneak off? Saying it's impossible, and I appreciate that you think I could accomplish such a feat with no problem. But I would highly suggest we turn to someone else for that, or seek a different route.
Now, son, I assume, as Arya's father, I don't have to finish this sentence?
Let's just say I'm far more afraid of her than you.
I'm no one to be afraid of.
You know what? Never mind. It's starting to work the other way around now.
Well,
Anyways.
it's an idea for the back pocket. Perhaps I'll speak with Dahlia.
So,
Something.
Dahlia,
plus-
you want to do a panty raid?
She'll be in plain clothing and a servant. She'll be allowed to move in places that I shouldn't be seen, or any of us who are more well dressed.
I suppose all
Yeah.
I'm suggesting is another possible method for obtaining information that we don't seem to have in front of us at the moment. Something to give us an upper hand, an edge.
I think the biggest problem for us personally will be the Minister of Defense himself. If the High Priest approves of whoever, then that might also help. He seems to hold quite a bit of influence. but in the end, the decision will be hers. So, for
I
you're
will let
more
know.
experienced in matters of love and whatnot, how would you go about this sort of thing, if you were in her position?
If I was in her position, I'm assuming that she probably doesn't have as much choice as you think she does. And she's going to be completely careless of the idea no matter what happens. But if we can perhaps place someone in front of her that has a bunch of green flags, maybe we can tilt her opinion.
If I may. But being honest, my boy doesn't have many friends as is. He tends to be busy, and well, I'll let you fill in that gap of how that's useful. Lets them
Perhaps
relate, as I've heard people say.
Yes.
relatability is a good thing. Place a dapper young man in front of a woman who's probably dying for a bit of romance in her life. Give him some good qualities. We can make
She
it
may
work.
just be a star for interaction as a whole. So if he can provide that and us just keep anybody else away from that,
Give them some
interaction.
time alone together.
Makes sense. She is just throwing a party just because, and who does that?
I get the feeling
Someone
that
who is very,
privacy
very
might be
bored.
difficult to acquire at this party.
Depends.
Yes, it does. I don't suppose any of you can fake a heart attack?
I can stop breathing.
Well, if anyone asks you to do that, don't.
Might cause a bit of a scene there. I don't know if that would really give them some privacy, but I'm sure if anything, maybe we could pull off some sort of distraction when needed.
Hear that, Mike? He just told you not to die.
That's good.
Don't die. It's good advice.
Yeah.
Hey, if anyone walks up to you and says, "Hey, stop breathing," don't listen to him, buddy.
Well, it was more of a comment of I could just hold my breath and pretend to not be breathing to freak people
Oh,
out.
that sounded like I could just
Emergency.
die.
No, I got it more.
That wasn't the
I could
implication,
fake
but-
something.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so suffice it to say, we try to distract some of the others and make some space and just let things happen.
That might be our
Hopefully-
best
That his
option.
mother has trained him well, and that he can carry a decent conversation and entertain the young woman.
Another good thing
that
would
might be
be
our best bet.
if you can occupy the other gentlemen and ladies' time, however you see fit, it might be the play here. They can't make a move on her if they're distracted.
Peleus, do you know how to dance?
A little bit. I can't say I'm the lightest on my feet, but
Have you left your
Good.
friends behind yet?
We have a day left at this point, if I'm correct.
Hey, you're still in the morning.
Right.
Just pull a
Suppose I-
dirty dancing and distract everyone with how you are at dancing.
Suppose I should learn how to dance.
Are you telling your Peleus to Patrick Swayze on somebody?
Mhm.
Everybody loves a good dance routine.
Meanwhile, he is much more suited to the movie Ghost.
I don't get all these references.
You know, it's that scene of like the woman's
my
doing
God,
pop.
Patrick Swayze, Dirty Dancing, the ghost.
See, Cat knows Ghost.
Don't recognize the ghost. I know dirty.
Okay, in Ghost, there's a scene of a woman doing pottery, and then the ghost of Patrick Swayze just appears behind her to help.
Hmm.
I see.
Anyway.
But you've never seen Dirty Dancing?
No, I haven't.
I haven't.
What,
either.
Loose?
No.
Show me at movie night sometime, I guess.
There's also
No.
shadow demons that drag
Okay.
you into the New York subway because it's hell on earth.
Valid.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's saying a fun show for everyone to watch. Could be a good distraction. It's something to think about.
You want me to
You would
listen-
definitely have had some formal dance training.
Yeah.
Peleus.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I have a 14 charisma. I have charisma for a reason.
Yeah. Also, just like your upbringing would be like, no, you're gonna need to dance at some point.
I'm not Dahlia good at dancing.
Is Dahlia good at dancing?
Probably better. I
Give
don't
a
know.
really good performance. So I'm gonna say yeah.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, like, it's a bard in performance, kind of their thing.
Now
Her
there
dance was
is
probably more traditional Narabania style, but yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
but still, I mean,
there's one gentleman that you may want to rely on to cause a scene. He's one of those serpent priests, but let's just say he's not very attached to his beliefs.
Really?
Oh, someone who was important for some reason or other. Could be the Lord's cousin. I'm not sure. But he was given a priestly position and seems to be rather cavalier about his behavior.
Go on.
Do you think this person might be swayed away from them by chance?
I've never interacted with him, but I can tell you his name. It's Belisarius Rain. I finally get to dig deep into my NPC sheet that I've had for months.
We've been working, AJ.
It's not a complaint, it's just, dear God, I did a lot. It's more now I'm seeing it for the first time.
Now you have to pronounce them.
finally, it's all coming out.
No, because I just steal names from Warhammer.
Oh.
Yeah, Belisarius. What was the name of the high priest again? I didn't have that written down.
Thane.
Thane, okay.
That's not a steal, that's just something.
A Thane is a type of noble.
It's also a
That's
hot
a-
skeleton.
Moving on.
Well,
Yeah, you didn't hear that rumor from me, but I'm surprised you haven't run into him. He usually frequents the establishment you're staying at. Usually surrounded by an entourage of, well, sheep. Not literal sheep.
I assumed as much.
There are some weird, wealthy people out there, so...
Like to cosplay as herders in their spare time. Yeah, no,
Or-
that's not the weirdest thing I've heard of, actually. Okay, so we have a standard game plan, and we can rely on him to potentially cause a scene if we can sway his beliefs. Otherwise, I say we each take a target once we see them.
Oh, something for the young lady. Kat, you know what a poison ring is?
no.
It's the thing that medieval women actually carried. It was
Oh,
basically a ring with a sharp
yeah.
point, and it had enough for one dose of some sort of poison.
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to give you one just to wear for the evening. In case, it basically says, now it's not lethal, but if someone gets a little too handsy with you, I want you to protect yourself.
Mm.
Or my
This'll work
other
nicely.
son won't let me hit the end of it.
He was told by Cedric to give you that.
No, he's doing it of his own free will. It's just, he knows if something happens to Flora, he is, because this was all his idea, he is not going to hear the end of it.
Fair enough.
This will work quite nicely. I don't suppose I'm going to be able to sneak any daggers into this event.
If you do, ew.
Well, remember we were going to bring stuff in via my lantern the night before.
You can't get in there the night before.
No, we were
No,
going
it-
to put
he
stuff
means
in
we're
my
gonna-
lantern the night before in case we need it during the party.
He doesn't know that.
Oh,
I
well, I
will.
thought you said that as the DM, but yeah.
No.
Why did
Smile
he
and
say
take the
ooh?
ring.
Why did he say
Wow.
ooh?
Toma, if you have to sneak something in somewhere where they're going to search you, where do you put it?
Mm.
Ew.
Mhm.
Ah,
Ew. Ew. Also, ow.
okay, we're not doing that. I don't think we should bring any kind of actual weaponry into this place. We shouldn't need it.
This should be incredibly safe.
If I may, anything we're able to sneak in is probably still going to be outclassed by what the actual gods are going to be wearing and wielding.
Oh, likely enchanted swords, full plate armor, magical spears.
Exactly.
Your mother last night.
And then Peleus took exception to that.
And then I realized I don't need a weapon.
Mm. Trust me, there's a reason we don't want to solve any religious disputes violently. So whoever has the white rose on their side is likely to carry the day.
Well, I think that about covers everything we were hoping for. Unless you two have anything else you'd like to ask.
I cannot think of anything now.
I think it's given me a decent idea of how we can do this. Main thing will really.
I guess someone just got hurt.
Ow.
I just heard ow.
Sorry.
I think it'll really just be on us to do our part when the time comes.
Now,
So practice those small talk skills.
now, my dear, I'm going to need you to keep my first son away from the alcohol for most of the night. I know you two have, let's say, something in common that one of you needs to be responsible for, and I know he won't be.
I will do my best.
Well, if that is all, I have my own preparations to get to. Good day.
Of course.
As he's just going to have someone usher you to the door.
Well. Suppose it's back to the hotel for one more evening of practice.
No.
Yeah, we'll get the
more
books.
Spoons.
Practice small talk, practice dancing.
Practice spoons.
Book.
How do you practice spoons, Micah?
Clickety clack.
You just start playing them
Exactly.
while making hard eye contact with somebody.
It's Lady Vivian.
Neither of you blink because you're a turtle and you don't really have to.
Just intimidate with spoons.
Good luck with that.
Someone comes at you with 2 giant wooden spoons. On guard.
Question: does anyone need Dahlia for anything?
Don't you have to help make words? You have to do the makeup for Flora when it comes to the party, but I don't think today. So.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to do that the night before,
You
because
know-
otherwise she's gonna have a massive makeup stain on Bill.
Yeah, I would say you don't have to. Someone they can have their staff do it if you have another idea why.
Yeah, but she did it so perfectly.
She does, and she won't even have to make a check this time. But Broden, did you have something else you wanted to do?
She was just gonna go and draw do another painting.
I will leave that decision up to you then.
It's just more if someone needs her for something, then
Didn't know if you were gonna go do the panty raid.
no. Did you guys even mention that to her?
I'm gonna be honest. That seems like a very dangerous idea. That's not gonna give much.
Yeah, it's true.
Go ahead, Flora. Suggest it.
No. Comes to a strong and convincing argument. No.
You know, when you put it like that, it makes sense.
I think Kat and Selkus both just disappeared.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I've been
guess.
waiting for a time to go downstairs and grab another beer.
Then just say so.
Right that time.
So do you...
Anyways, I will bring up the idea
Go ahead. We have to
As a-
stall for Selkus.
as a backup plan.
So
I'm not saying it's the first direction we should go. Obviously, it's very dangerous. But
yeah.
it would be a way to potentially get some information that no one else might have.
I also want to bring up if we have information that no one else may have, that may also just raise suspicions.
How did
Well,
you
we
get
wouldn't
that
be
information?
using it to announce it to the world. It would more just be giving us an edge on knowing the young lady that we're dealing with.
Okay. I mean, as amazing as I am at sneaking around, I mean, I did a fantastic job in the last time. I
You really did.
don't think I'm going to be able to do that again, especially in a much higher end security complex. And I'm gonna take a wild guess and say they probably have some anti-magic things for stuff like invisibility.
Potentially,
your-
yes, but tell me this:
Okay.
if all of the plans that we have, which really, if we think about it, is only one, seems to not be working, what else are we going to do?
The asphalt.
We tried.
Assassination attempt.
If I remember correctly, the deal was, and I remember this specifically because I made sure of it.
You only
I
have to try.
tried. If we don't succeed,
Success-
that's on them.
Your success and failure is not a part of this plan.
Yep.
It's just, did you do your best? Yes. Well, good enough, sport.
Here's a cookie.
It's also the fact of like, our best doesn't mean that we have to do something so fucking dire and stupid that it just wouldn't
Exactly.
be worth it. Like, even they're like, okay, yeah, trying to sneak around the castle, that ain't a good idea. They're not going to expect us to try to do that, even if their son is bombing his ability.
Also, your spell focus is a sword.
She can pull it back to a paintbrush.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That I doubt.
I
we
forgot
can take away from
the
her.
original one was the paintbrush.
Yeah.
All right, retracted.
Well, I suppose you do have a point.
I wonder if they are a church of snakes, if they have some means of detecting things based on heat.
But then I'm just fucked. But I don't think I'd be
Or-
doing, I don't
If they do, I could maybe look into it.
Hey.
I don't think though it's them I'd have to worry about. I think it's the White Rose Guards or whatever. I mean, honestly, the best scenario wouldn't even be to, walk around invisible. My best case scenario would be just trying to lie my way through and be part of the servant staff. But even that's risky. Because there's certain places servant staffs would not be allowed.
That is fair. This whole thing is risky, honestly, if we're found out.
Yeah, I say we do what we do best. We give it our best shot. We try to smooze people away from her. Or, spill some drinks on people and try to lead them away to get fixed up. Because that would just kind of fall onto us if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And you just give Prince Charming his best shot. I mean, hey, we got them the hotel room. It's up to him to make that bed shake. So,
Always with the best joke.
yeah, I'm not putting my life on the line to sneak around probably one of the most secure places out there.
Probably not the best idea.
Completely fair.
But imagine if I did it, though. Imagine!
It
Dahlia's-
would be...
Imagine if I
Always,
did
I
it.
hate spider senses are tingling.
Sorry about that. Not
Great
being able to
thief.
chew your food for a solid week is a problem sometimes.
Fair.
Mm-hmm. Well, shall we go to the gala start, kids?
I'm gonna roll that painting thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Did I miss
Okay.
anything with the death
Nope.
thing?
We're
No,
not
just
doing
trying to
it.
convince Dahlia of my plan.
Alright.
I love it.
It's very basic.
Yeah, no, it was more just she tried to convince Dahlia of the panty raid.
Yeah.
Wasn't having it. Didn't want to
No.
ninja up.
Thought I like to live.
No thanks. I choose life.
Didn't want Quackzilla taking over this entire city. Should Dahlia die?
Bust Dahlia out of prison.
Dahlia just gets killed. Quackers just erupts. The city's in a hole.
Domain
You are
expansion.
yeah, the city gets put into a hole, except for you are all politely placed outside of the grounds.
They're gonna swallow the bitter blacks then.
Basically everything within the walls is just gone like it was never there in the first place. It's not a hole, it's just a void. Even space was taken.
We're gonna descend into Avernus, these mother.
Man, just fucking malevolent shrine the entire city.
Dismantle. Infinite void.
Hmm.
But yeah, so if we're gonna get to Gala start, and I can change the Gala music.
It's that one gif where the duck quacks and disappears, and then it like reverb echoes backwards and he reappears, but it's just the city disappearing, and then just the duck comes back.
It's up, that is up there with the goose makes a wish on a Dragon Ball. You notice nothing. Never seen that. The goose makes a wish. You don't notice anything, but you're worried. Okay. And as you all get ready, Scrap and Dahlia are given slacks, a shirt, a vest. Think Josh's outfit when he worked at the movie theater in Drake and Josh.
Oh.
Yeah.
But do either of them have the golden vest?
No.
Unfortunate.
No,
These are like some of the most comfortable shoes you've ever worn. Even Scrap got special shoes.
Oh, nice.
You know, I didn't think shoes could be comfortable.
Yeah.
They
I
support
mean-
you in the best way.
As long as they're made correctly for you, yeah.
And you guys are greeted by a half drow, half orc person. Their name is Francois. And they introduce themselves as the chief butler of the Earhart family. And they are just going through all the rules with you. Like, you do not speak unless spoken to unless you are offering service. Try not to give any hard political opinions. If you see someone drinking too much, politely alert the security staff.
Above game, what all do we want to put inside my lantern the night before?
I'll
My
let you
sword
put
and
one
spell
item.
book. Oh.
No, go ahead. That's fine to me. What's a wizard gonna do without the spell book?
Mm-hmm. And my spell focus.
So wait, is it
All
one
of the
item per
bombs.
person?
Well, I never count your focus whenever I say one item.
Alright, then,
Yeah.
yeah, Dolly will have slipped in that paintbrush, because...
Yeah. No, you can always have your focus. I'm not gonna gimp somebody.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
So who's putting what in the lantern?
Mine's gonna be my spell focus, so my sword and my spell book.
Okay.
Scrap, you can put your bomb bag as one item, so it will have all of them, plus reagents.
Bomb bag.
No golden shovel.
I will say that if a fight breaks out, it's going to take me a round to get everything out, because I'm going to have to go in, grab everything, and then come out. So do keep that in mind if anything happens.
That's okay. Palias can punch people.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
can hit people.
Scrap can help
Um,
action.
Yeah, you can Draconic Cry. You don't need an item to scream.
I
Yeah.
can dodge.
I mean,
No, that's when you grab the cutlery
you-
and you use a knife.
You
So you're
don't need a focus for cantrips.
Yeah.
You're
If
right.
it doesn't have a material component, you don't even need a focus to cast anything.
Oh, I know what
Mhm.
Dolly is going to put in there.
Oh.
She's going to give you the necklace that has the armor in it.
Oh, smart.
And
It's just
she's
an
going-
action. It's just an
and
action.
The paintbrush for...
So let's put the list of what everybody's putting down on the probably Far and Wide too.
Yeah, put it in the main Far and Wide chat, because that's the important one.
Far one.
Mhm.
So
The,
say what
the
y'all are-
sequel chat is for shit posting.
Okay, reasonable.
Double check my inventory, make sure. You know what? I'll take a granny healing potion. Why not?
Smart.
Just in case we need that.
Now, AJ, considering how the entering and exiting the lantern works, would you allow me just to scoop everything up as an action if this comes time to it?
I would
Yep.
assume we'd have it set up beforehand in like a backpack that you can just toss on the ground and everyone grab their stuff.
That could
Yep.
also work.
Yeah.
That's how I was going to justify it in my head.
Okay,
Good idea.
double checking. I think it's a bonus action or an action to go in and then the other one to come out. So
You'll find out if it comes to it.
yeah.
Don't worry about this right now. Okay, yeah, I will switch the music over. Yes, and Francois is just very strict about it, but you are then comforted by another drow person. They introduce themselves as Ginger Callius, and she is the head chef. She's going through every single item on the menu with you. Dahlia, you're loving this.
Yeah, she's writing down notes.
Yeah, so if people ask about the food, you can explain it.
Grep stores his special shovel under the bed and puts the other one against the wall next to the bed.
It's a special show.
It's
Oh,
magic.
Yeah, one of them is magic.
Yeah, no.
One has taken several lives.
Yeah, I think Dahlia's gonna hide her sword in her room.
Fair. Yeah, you can just leave things in here, and Vivienne says she'll watch it. She has nowhere
Okay.
else to go.
That's different.
She can hang out here. She has nothing else to do. Ooh, I like this Gala music.
This is fancy.
Yeah, no, dog. The chef is explaining everything in this detail. Not how to make it, but everything that's in it. So, like, if someone asks about dietary restrictions, or they say they don't like this, you can suggest something else. And they basically assign you both to... You are an appetizer duty.
You are the appetizer. What?
You know, it's that gibbering mouther from SpongeBob. And finally, the fancy people get to the fancy house. Any last words before you enter the door of the Bitterblack Estate?
Oh God.
Oh god, I hate being an introvert and being told, now mingle.
No, well, this is you picking. This is basically you showing up for prom.
I never went to prom.
Neither did
I went to 4.
Oh,
5?
God.
5. I went to 5.
AJ
That's
making up for
even
all of us.
Yeah,
I
I am balancing the universe.
I went alone and then left.
That's right, you walked home. You told us that story.
This is stupid. I don't want to be here.
Sucks.
I'm leaving.
Just Peleus.
That's my mentality.
No, I respect it, shit.
Well, I'll look over to Peleus and Yordrick. Best of luck.
I'm going to
Yordrick?
be very tired after tonight.
You've
Mentally
got this. I believe in
Yeah.
you.
And I found images that I can steal of what each sibling is wearing.
I forgot to ask how tall Zedric is.
He's 6'4".
Oh,
Oh.
okay. So I can wear 3-inch heels. It's fine.
He's elf height.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Lanky.
3-inch heels would put me more on a normal height difference.
He's 90 foot tall.
Laura can wear 3-inch heels.
Mm-hmm.
Or can wear that. I mean, crap. Ascar wears 6. So
We also
Yeah, but
spent
I just wasn't
2 days
expecting-
practicing.
Yeah.
I
This
just
is
wasn't
true.
expecting Flora to be that type of person to wear heels.
he wasn't time to wear a dress either. And look at us.
Now she is wearing like the dressiest dressed.
Yes, and you are fully announced as you enter the Bitterblack home. Now arriving, Sir Peleus and Lady Flora of the Far and Wide Guild. And I posted in the Far and Wide 2 chat what they are wearing.
They didn't
Both
earn
in
those
suits.
titles.
Hmm?
They didn't earn those titles.
Even Arya's wearing heels, which does put her on your height, Peleus.
Of course it
She
does.
will never look up to any
With a
man.
single earring power suit. And as you see Zedric even walking with that cane, it seems to be his staff, but reshaped.
I'm not
Floor
gonna lie.
intimidation.
I'm not gonna lie, Zedric makes me want to make a drow character who's just a bastard, but you love him.
Ooh, 20. God, that was one away from her.
Son of a bitch, you meet, you beat.
Yeah.
He wobbles and almost falls down the stairs seeing you. And Arya looks at him, and that's somehow related to me. That somehow came out at the same time.
I'm just gonna
As
kind
she-
of smirk and side-eye Peleus as it happens. This is
That's-
probably one of the first, like, genuine smiles you've seen on Flora.
He's just gonna look at the Zedric trying to gather himself. Don't touch her till the night's over, pervert. As you can tell, that is just siblings being mean to each other for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Well, as she just... You see her put her scimitars on a tray. Well, you're welcome, Peleus. Now you get to go out with me and I can't stab you.
Couldn't you just
Oh,
grab
I'm
one of the forks?
disappointed.
Don't know how to use a fork like that.
I'm sure she can improvise if she has to.
Yeah, I can, but these are magical and fun.
Yes, I know, but I left my whip and staff at home. Where else?
I would help.
So,
Now, also coming down the stairs is Kane in a full gator skin suit. His hair done up, and he has the most his dad salesman-y smile. Like, it seems like they spent all this time to give him a personality.
oh no.
And that's the one they landed on.
Yeah, no, like, he is shaking your hand, like, being both of you being complimenting every bit of you, aggressively polite. Like, they turned him into full life of the party status. And you see his mom give us, who's actually wearing a dress with that fur thing that goes around your shoulders. I'm not sure what it's called.
A boa?
Like a Cruella DeVille type of.
Kind of, but no, boas go only around the neck.
Sasha?
Yeah,
The shawl.
that. Yeah, and it's like.
No,
it's
that's
like
one
your
of our
white fur.
guys.
Yeah, she added an L.
at the end. Shawl. It covers your shoulders. You can kind of hold it like with your elbows.
Yeah, and then you see Arthas just come up to you. Wow, you all look fantastic, but we really do need to be going. Gron, you may want to go ahead of us, and you two may want to get used to calling him that if you're going to interact.
Gron. Yes.
How did he pronounce that?
Ronstein.
Ronstein.
It's an easy name, not a fighter jet.
Meh.
Yeah, Ron, as in like Ron Johnson.
No, Gron. Gron.
He literally wrote it out.
Ron.
Honestly, I keep thinking like Rammstein or Rammstein, but just Gron.
Quick, Yorjik, heavy metal.
And Stein has two N's at the end. You gotta really enunciate the second N.
Yep.
I'm really glad I'm not able to drink tonight because I might
Well, I bid all of you a fair night and a joyful party as I just start walking down the street.
Oh,
carrying-
they give you a carriage for appearances.
turns
Yeah.
around.
He walks down the street.
Strut my stuff.
Goody.
You're mugged.
Kane, Gron.
Okay, and then you're mugged.
They can try, but no, I'll get in the carriage.
No, see, they used power word steal and just took your stuff.
Counter
The
spell.
power word is
It's
yoink.
just theirs now.
Yeah, ownership
They
has
have
been
the
fully
deed and
transferred.
everything.
Mm-hmm. They even took your shell.
Oh, huh?
Oh
They
my
cast-
god, he's
They
naked.
cast power word steal on a college student. Wait, all I got was debt. Haha, it's yours now, sucker.
I got herbal tea, milk tea, anxiety.
No.
I don't want anxiety. Me neither.
Me neither, you can keep it.
But yes, as Dahlia and Scrap, you see a room full of some of the fancy type people. It's obviously not, high king of a country type beat, but there's some wealthy people in here. And believe it or not, most of them are very polite to you.
That definitely
How many of them
hurt.
have a presence aura generated by their wealth alone?
Most.
Dolly
And
is
as-
really nice.
You say, I'll say everyone gets there at the same time, but yeah, Zedric goes up to Flora, and he is stammering for his words.
You did too good of a job, Flora. You broke him before the night even started.
No,
Quick,
push
turn him off
further.
and back on
You gotta push
Fail
further.
him.
You gotta exert your control over his words.
Mhm.
I not sure how to. Didn't think you were gonna.
Deep breath, dear. It'll be okay. And I will just grab his arm, like interlock our arms and start walking in.
He follows as he is used to being commanded. Fucking bottom. It. Sorry, just
We'll get us both a drink and we'll be fine.
yes, conflicting things going on in my head of what I want to do and what I cannot do.
We have all night.
Yeah, and you're damn right. As he is going to try to riz. 17?
Okay.
Yes. No rolls necessary. You take your results how you get them. How you think they should be. And Arya's walking next to you. No hand holding for her. That is earned through combat.
I'm going to just accept my main rally on
You
this.
get the hands when you've earned them one way or the other.
You get the hands when you can take the hands.
I was going to offer, but I don't think it would have worked out very well for me.
Oh, not tonight. These are not my fighting clothes. As she even stumbles a bit wearing heels. And as you get to the large castle door, you are finally approaching this castle door, by the way. This is a pristine ballroom. This castle is made of very well kept gray stone. There's not moss or bird shit anywhere. There's rows of statues in the courtyard. And when you get to the ballroom floor, it is a marble floor. As you see, and you can see straight ahead on a throne is Lady Braun, flanked by a centaur and a minotaur. Both with shining white armor and a white rose sigil on their chests. One wielding the centaur wielding a very large halberd, and the minotaur wielding a very large spiked club. Paint the picture of security here. And yeah, throughout the room there are just white rose knights. And next to the guards you see a gnome with a fancy stick. Let me get his actual description. With green and black robes with a scale pattern embroidered in gold. And his staff has two snakes coiling up it. Like, you know, like the logo that, like, ancient Greek symbol that means medicine?
Yes.
That. I think it was Hippocrates. And there's a band playing this exact music. And, someone want to roll me a d12 to see the first NPC they meet.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ian. You see a Aasimar man, a very old-looking Aasimar man, who has golden hair, a short trimmed beard, feathered wings, in a pure white suit. Yes, he is conversing with Roland, who you've met before, his flowing black hair tied back in a ponytail, wearing the same type of shirt that Peleus is. Next to him is a man with an eye patch. A human man. His face is just burned. He has gloves on both hands. And he has short white hair. All three of them are conversing.
So, a burn guy with an eye patch, he was the guild master, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, the guild master, and then a winged Aasimar.
A winged old Aasimar man.
It...
He got that Iskander type beard.
Careful, guys. He's at a level where he can have the wings out all the time.
Yeah. No, that'd be a dumb question, because no other religion is in this town. Where's he an Aasimar?
Yeah, no, he is Iskander built, too.
Oh.
Whether that's padding or not, it's up to you.
I'm trying to think.
So?
Did Yordrick meet the guildmaster, or was I gone that day?
I think you were you either didn't come with or you were gone, I think, when we went to get the... No, weren't you there the first time when we got the quest?
Yeah, you were there the first time.
Yeah, you just weren't there the second time.
Ooh,
Okay,
that'd
I
be
was trying to
somebody
think if that was one of the days I missed
First
or
time-
not.
First time was Scrap, Yordrick, and Palius, and then afterwards it was Flora, Dahlia, and Palius that went back.
Okay.
If I remember right. Something along those lines. So yeah, you've seen him once before.
Then for right now, just to not interact with the guild master, I will just attempt to hear what they're saying without like getting and interacting with them, if that's possible.
It's pretty inane conversation. Roland is telling tales of his exploits. The older gentleman is just being like, yes. Have you tried casting this magic on this? Like, he's talking a lot about magic.
Okay. And does the Azamar say anything that...
That's the old man.
Oh, okay. I thought you were meaning the other old man.
No, the human's not an old man.
You said his hair was gray.
And?
Okay, fair enough.
And?
Okay.
Percy from Critical Role.
Sorry. So Asmar's talking about magic. He's talking about his exploits. Is the burned eye patch gentleman said anything of note?
He's just listening very politely, it seems.
Okay. I was hoping to figure out who they were, but I don't think I'm gonna get that just doing that. I'm not gonna go and interact with them because I don't want to interact with the guild master and be like, hey, wait a minute.
Hey, Turtle Man!
Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of move away from them.
Okay, let's say the tieflings see them too.
Ooh, he was one of the people that we were meant to be a lookout on, but he doesn't seem of note yet. He would recognize Palius, but we're not in disguise, so it won't be too big of a deal.
Mm-hmm. We're... Yes.
I mean, he's also not dumb if you wanted to give hints. Like, also, you're not playing anyone else. You can freely interact with them.
Yep. That's what I said. We're not in disguise,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't matter if we went up to him.
So do you?
Flora, you want to go up?
I'm
or-
waiting. I'm waiting on y'all.
Sure, I will pat Zedric's hand.
Yeah,
Would you mind getting us some drinks?
I think I can manage that. As he's going to walk off, thank God he brought a cane. Intimidated the shit out of him.
Yeah.
As Zedric is going to approach Dahlia's drink tray and just be like, okay, how are you faring?
Fine.
Does anyone seem just like the worst person in the room?
She tries not to look over to his mother.
No, most
Yep.
people have been rather polite.
Okay, if any of them seem a little bit too polite, I need you to make a sleight of hand check.
Yep.
7.
Hey, good enough. He didn't roll very well either, so he's just going to attempt to hand you a vial of some white powder and just whisper, Graf ordered this.
Well, I did.
You don't know what it is.
Okay.
Use it how you see fit. As he's going to take 2 champagne glasses off of your tray.
Alright.
You are free to, if you want right now, to find Scrap and ask about it subtly.
Yeah, she'll probably do that. She doesn't want to just randomly use this as
Yeah.
not knowing.
Yeah, just you have it in your pocket, and you make your way over to Scrap as Scrap is serving appetizers too. Hey, remember Jane's dad from Tarzan?
Yes.
Yes.
There is a guy who looks like that, but chubby.
Is he wearing the pitch helmet?
No.
Unfortunate.
Oh, yes, but I say, the silver yields are quite... Ooh, a sandwich.
He's gonna take an appetizer off Scrap's tray. And
Of
then
course, sir. Very interesting, sir. Have a nice party.
And then he takes 3. And then you find Dahlia.
Strap, what is... is the substance that Cedric just gave me?
I don't know. That sounds like that's between you and him.
He said that you were the one who ordered it.
Wait, it got done already?
Crap, what is in my pocket?
The easy answer is it's a hallucinogen. I didn't think it would actually be done.
Good to know.
So
You
just
remember those
together,
mushrooms?
The scrap got coke.
Oh boy. Well, I really wish I had my spell focus right now.
Why?
She turned it invisible.
Oh.
What do you mean? It's white powder. You can just throw it on anything that has like white powdered sugar on it.
Or in any liquid and just stir.
Hold on.
Yeah, I figured it'd be useful for if anyone got a little bit too nice, it might distract them for a little bit. It shouldn't be harmful. And if we don't end up using it, there's always next year's fireworks display.
What?
Confused.
Yeah, I love Dahlia comprehending that scrap has drugs.
Yeah, she's just like.
He just sort of tilts his head at you as he's holding this tray. You realize that some drugs are used recreationally, right?
That's not what I was getting from that conversation.
We should probably keep serving people or they're gonna think we're weird.
Yeah, Francois is giving you an annoyed foot tap.
He just walks away from Dahlia to go serve someone else.
Now, did you want to slip it to scrap or no?
No. She'll keep it.
Okay. I will say, you have enough to drug 3 whole drinks. If you
Alright.
really want to get someone crunk. But yeah, Zedric is able to get back to you, Flora.
I will have started a conversation with the guildmaster.
Okay, how do you start it?
Ah. Pleasant to see you here.
Hello, Flora, Peleus. What brings you to this party?
I was fortunate enough to be invited.
Well, that's lovely. I of course was because, well, who else can protect this place? But oh yes. So this is Endymion, as he gestures to the Aasimar, Grand Mage of the Illyrian Arcane University.
Hmm. I will extend my hand for in the manner of like I'm a lady, not.
Yeah, he
a-
does. They do the ring kiss thing, including the man with the eye patch. And this is my companion for the evening. This is Danny. Yeah, sure. Please call me Dan.
Pleasure to meet you.
Kat, I need a history check from you with advantage.
Yikes. 22.
Oh, perfect. I'm just going to continue the conversation. You will get information as necessary.
Oh god. Okay.
He's a professional trauma counselor that I brought in due to, well, you know what happened. The lad's still grieving about it.
I see.
With that name and this appearance and his accent, there is a legend, not a legend, well, a rumor and story that went around in the Parisian legions of a man named Dantioch the Unfortunate. He was an element. What? He was a Primaris officer, meaning he was in command of multiple centuries of people. He was a famous elementalist mage, and during some unknown incident that unfortunately got redacted, there was no one left of either of the centuries he commanded, and he was left with these terrible burns. Like, there's not a Parisian soldier who's not heard of that man. Roman counts. I'm just a good listener who's been through enough to know how to deal with things.
Well, I can certainly understand where you come from.
Tell me, did you serve?
A bit, yes.
Well, now I know not everyone wants to, but if you ever need to talk about it, my services are for hire. I'm a bit of a traveler myself. After my career in the Legion ended, I sort of got a bit of a government stipend that I used to travel around the world and help people deal with their problems that they're not ready to comprehend yet.
One could be so lucky to get such a stipend.
As he runs his own hand over his fucked up Zuko eye, not luck.
Fair enough. Well,
Yes, unfortunately, this was not worth the life I live. But there's nothing we can change.
truer words have never been spoken.
Tell me, in what capacity did you serve?
Okay, back. Sorry,
Like,
if it makes you feel any better, I'm in extreme pain.
Not really, but they've met the Antioch the Unfortunate.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
She'll just kind of pause for a moment. But, she'll decide on telling the truth. Commander, 5th Battalion, Infantry.
I'm familiar with where you were deployed. Thankfully, it could have been a lot worse. Police summary. Terribly burned. He controlled 2 centuries, which I will remind everyone is a century is 100 men.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was a redacted incident, and now he was left with all these burns. Because he's a pyromancer, and he was the only survivor out of 2 centuries.
Is this a Verizian
Yep.
military guy?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and now he's basically a roving grief counselor because he came to terms with his own problems.
All right.
And who are you, large sir?
Oh, my name is Peleus Anvil. It's a pleasure to meet you.
With that accent, I doubt it. I doubt most of you would feel that way about my reputation. Place, you can roll a history too.
Sure, why not? Not very good at those, but we can try. 14?
You would know national history. During the wartime, if a city had to be undone, he was one of the guys you'd call.
Well, I haven't personally heard of you wreaking havoc on anything that I've been tied to. Although, given what you've discussed with Flora here, it seems like you've turned over a new leaf.
I do apologize for any grief I have caused your people.
That's quite alright. We're all here to have a good time. I won't badger you about such things. Shall we discuss something a bit more positive?
Roland will put his arm around Antioch and be, yeah, let's not talk about the horrors of war there, champ. Sorry, he's not the best at parties of his own recollection, but I had a +1.
It's quite alright.
Well, I can certainly understand where he comes from, given everything he's been through.
I do hear it's a rough culture over there.
And in the spirit of recent changes, I would love a card if you have one.
He will produce a card basically saying, I'll find you, because he doesn't have a permanent address.
Excellent, works for me.
And on the back it just says, don't worry, I know sending.
Finally.
I have some potential ideas. Perhaps we can sit down and discuss them.
and what a better time than a party?
Well, I've been
Yeah.
thinking, and I'm sure you would understand with your current profession, some sort of home or establishment for, forgive me if this comes off wrong, people like us.
You mean a
to-
sanitarium?
Not quite.
Because I've been in one of those.
No, I'm more thinking veterans, rehabilitation, place for people to come and
Above game, Flora wants to start the VFW.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I suppose it would be a good thing if the state would sanction one, but you've been in it for quite a while. If you reached an officer's rank, they just say, tough it up, fight through it, or retire.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be sanctioned through Vera's. It could be in Illyria.
If you can pull it with the Guild Council, do you have relationship with the Guild Council at all?
In some form or another.
Interesting. Well, if you're that important and you're all the way out here, I might have some questions for you that I don't think you'd be able to answer me.
Well, and she'll kind of hold the card between her fingers. I have your card.
Mm-hmm. And that's the point where Zedric gets back with champagne for you and him. And his eyes are going to go wide when he sees the ASMR man. Flora, do you know who that is?
We've just met.
He's just whispering, that is the possibly strongest wizard in this entire country.
Are you fanboying?
I'm having an evening. I don't know who I want to stare at more.
Well, I'll take the glass of champagne from him.
Mhm.
And well, have your fun. You know how to start a conversation. I think I'll
if you're walking away, he cannot stop you, but no, I'm scared. He doesn't know how to start a conversation with his hero.
if
Yeah,
if I notice the hesitation, I'll initiate the conversation.
By doing.
I'll just look at the ASMR. So, what brings you to this party?
Oh, I'm an old friend of the Earhart family. Back when I was a boy, I knew her father. Crying shame, and I had come down as a personal favor to check up on her, see if she had any needs that I could take care of.
Oh, I see.
Another fine thing to do. Very considerate.
Yes, that's quite a good idea. I heard she's a magic blood? As Edric is fumbling his way through, hey, this is something I can talk about.
Flora's got kind of a look of... she's looking at Zedric like... She's a bit confused. He's been so well-spoken, like, in every other instance.
He's not trying to fuck the wizard. The wizard won't be impressed by his magic or his money.
He only knows seduction. His small talk skills are absolutely abysmal.
He never thought he'd make it this far.
He's like, oh shit, this one won't be impressed by my dick. I didn't actually use my...
Shit. Dick stuck in toaster. Instructions unclear.
Oh,
Hey, Micah, it beats the other way around.
Oh,
So you said you're an old friend of the Earhart family. What did you used to do for them?
Oh, I grew up with her father. I'm actually from out here, but that was before the country was established.
See?
Back when this was Leodian territory.
Back when this was orange grove, as far as the eye could see.
I could see. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I see. Well, certainly respect what you're doing here then. What do you plan to do for her then? Now that you see
Oh,
off a council.
if I can get her time, I just plan to catch up with the girl. Believe it or not, I'm her godfather.
Oh, really?
Yes, but unfortunately my work keeps me rather cloistered.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I don't mean to pry too much.
Oh, it's no prying at all, young man. It's a part. It's nothing like I'm telling you state secrets.
Oh, good. Fantastic then. So what is it that you do then? I have to say, I have not heard of you myself.
Oh, that's fine. I'm headmaster of the Arcane University. I study spells and their permutations. I, believe it or not to be a braggart, but I created the barrier that surrounds that city.
He's referring to Illyria there?
Yeah, he's the headmaster of the Illyrian Arcane University. Wizard Harvard.
Oh, that's great. Flora, have you ever looked into that place? I know you've been in Illyria only a short time after joining the guild, but...
Oh, you're a magic user.
Yes, in a sense, though most of my time was in the military. I'm
Well, we
hoping
all-
to expand my knowledge now that I've got more free time.
Oh, that's lovely. Now, I will say, if you ever do plan to create your own magic, it's so rewarding. One of the best feelings you can have, really.
You know, nothing I've actually considered, but now that you bring it up, I suppose it could be a fun venture.
My first recommendation, if you're getting into it, is just try to manipulate a spell you know.
Start something small, do some experimenting, and before you know
Oh,
it,
yes.
you'll have the hang of it.
There's a gentleman somewhere, I can't remember that, it's rather shoddy, but he did create his own variant of the magic missile spell.
Really?
Hard camera.
now AJ, you hold on a
I-
second there.
I'm holding a grudge. I hate Jim Dark Magic. I hate him so goddamn much.
He did in some of Magic Missiles. He made it worse.
Yeah, he made it actively worse.
Hey, at least he took the gluten out of it, alright?
He's not the only wizard in D&D canon that's done that.
Yeah, but he's the one that I'm mad at.
Yeah.
He tried to sell me one of those scrolls, and it's turned. Oh, I have to roll the hit for magic missile. Get out. But I mean, it is impressive to make the spell worse, but I don't recommend it. It was your reputation.
I've actually found a spell recently that's a level 5 version of Better Magic Missile.
I want better magic missile to be the name of a spell. It's like magic missile, it's just better.
Cloud of daggers.
But better. Now he's gonna turn to place, and what do you do, young man?
Oh, well, I solve a variety of problems for my family on the home front. As for now, though, I'm currently journeying with the guild known as Far Wide, based out of Illyria. Flora here is a member, and the others are currently out right now, but, well, we made some friends and thought we'd have a nice night.
That's very interesting. I wasn't sure. Wasn't the way we were so close together. Tell me. I remember reading something in the paper. Have you rescued a bunch of people from underground?
I believe that actually occurred before either of us joined.
Oh, shame. I'd love to meet those people.
Might get a chance then. I mean, we are in Illyria. I'm sure you can always look us up, and perhaps we'll attend another event there at some point.
I just might. Good to meet you. As he's going to go off and mingle. And then just lets out a sigh. Oh, thank God I didn't say anything stupid. Arya's gone off to drink.
You
Super switch.
hardly said anything at all, but
I didn't die.
I didn't think I
Do
would.
The
great,
bare
you're right.
minimum.
You're doing
I'm
great
gonna-
holding it all together, champ.
I'm gonna look at the glass of champagne in his hand and just sort of reach up to the bottom of it and like tip it towards his face.
He begins to sip it as directed. I thought you were just gonna take it.
Him do a little sippy.
He's
No, he
gonna
needs
do a
to lift
little
up, he needs more
sippy.
drink.
His dad told you not to let him drink.
This is his first one. He needs a little bit of liquid courage.
As he sips it, it's just, I didn't say anything dumb, did I?
No. You
Really?
you might have fanboyed just a bit, but nothing that's not redeemable.
Well, when you're as old as I am, you don't really hear about these great ancient beings that you don't know how old they are.
You get used to it.
I don't like being on this end of it. I like being cool.
Mm.
I need to be aloof to hide my insecurities.
Anyways, I think he has the right idea, though. We should continue to mingle.
Oh, if you guys are going to... Dantiok and Roland will just both wish you a good evening. Okay, Yordrick is gonna roll me another d10.
Okay.
Out another to 10.
Hold the 10. Scrap, you're next.
10.
Hey.
Okay, because we did take off 2 people from the list. Interesting. The other person who took a sandwich from Scrap?
The
Yep.
guy is from Tarzan.
Essentially, he's got that kind of mustache.
Okay.
As you just overhear him say, and so when I discovered the mine, I was on a grand adventure.
Is he just talking to a group of people?
Yes. So it's one of those, hey, if you want to join in on the conversation, come on in, champ. He's just
Yeah, you're just
He's-
come and
he's spinning a manly yarn.
He'll come and listen for a moment.
He is telling you the story that he discovered a silver mine in the Illyrian countryside, and that's basically how he made his fortune. And roll an insight.
How full of it is him.
Mm-hmm.
13?
Okay, he mentions a story where he had to help fight off a horde of undead. How about that? It's definitely plausible that he may have helped. He may have taken out one, but he's saying he slew swaths of zombies with his sword. He's not a thin man.
Oh, he's portly?
He's like the anti-Micah.
Short and fat?
Yes.
And very vocal?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
The anti-Micah.
Yes.
Interesting. Let me think.
You there, shiny sir.
Who, me?
Wait. Were you listening to my story?
Yes, I was. I heard you mentioning mine, and I became interested.
Ah, well, come closer, sir.
I will.
My
take
name
it.
is Galloway Finster.
I'm gonna need that spelled. Sir.
I'm getting it.
You and your
DM, where's his
fantastical
name tag?
names.
Where's his name tag, DM?
I cannot wait for one just to be Chad.
Hi.
Yeah, and it will not be spelled the normal way.
Shade.
God.
God.
Shad.
And who might you be?
Oh well, I'm Gronstein.
He's giving you quite the aggressive handshake. A lot of up and down to it.
I put my hand out to shake his hand, introducing
Yeah,
myself.
he's giving you a lot of up and down on the handshake, 2 hands.
You said
Come,
you were
come.
in silver mining business.
Yes, 20 years ago. And he's starting his story again if you don't stop him.
Yes, the finding the cave and all of that.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, not too dissimilar then. I personally have found a mine in Weckingar, and that's what has allowed me to travel and try to add to that business.
What do you pull out of the ground, son?
I just turn slightly and show the bedazzlement of my shell.
Duh. Ah! You know, our two products do tend to pair very well together.
Yes, while also being it, I also dabble in the craftsmanship of it myself as well.
He is going to invite you to sit down and eat a plethora of appetizers.
Very well.
You must try the turkey meatballs. They are exquisite.
That does sound interesting. Mind you, I actually only had turkey meatballs a couple weeks ago. I've never thought about turkeys being turned into meatballs.
They're meat. It can become
Yes,
ball
I
form.
understand that, but usually whenever you hear meatballs, you think of beef.
Or pork. Or
Yeah,
both
beef
if
or
you're making
pork.
them right.
Yeah.
But no, it was a turkey meatball marinara sub.
Ooh,
Now, Mike, I need you to charisma check this man.
Ah, you see
Really?
about that.
You can do it, Micah. I believe in you.
Don't say that.
I believe the curse
Shut-
is broken.
Quick,
your
whip
mouth.
him!
I blame you.
Okay.
So he is dominating this conversation. You are hearing this man drone on and on about things he has obviously made up.
Yes, I see. Can I tune him out and just sort of look around the room or listen around the room trying to find any of the people that was mentioned to us? Or
Yeah, go ahead. Roll a wisdom save to not listen.
Oh, wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he can
23.
So yeah, now that you can do. Now let's see if you can perceive.
I can definitely attempt. 18.
Okay, you see the satyr gentleman wearing a red coat with golden epaulets on the shoulders. He has very sharp and polished horns with chestnut fur, telling a string of jokes to a crowd very close to Scrap. And Scrap, he is pretty funny, actually.
Is Ridicus Call is how it was.
Yep, Ridicus.
Okay. Huh.
And you see he's inching closer to Lady Earhart.
Get him, Micah. Sick him.
Kill him.
Where-
Eldritch Blast.
I just grab him and jump into the lantern. That's one target dealt with.
Jump him, Micah. Get him.
Micah, bring
where-
Dahlia that ass.
I'm
What is
sorry?
the term for it? What is the
Bring
term
you
for
the
a goat?
bring you the target.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
While he's inching closer to her, Scrap is going to position himself between them at fucking ankle level.
Yeah, no, he's just inching there with his hooves clicking on the marble floor. He has this whole crowd enamored, and she's even listening in on the joke.
What you should do, Scrap?
Hmm.
You should play up the fact of being short and make him "quote unquote" bump into you for you
That-
to spill the drink.
What do you think I was doing?
Okay then.
Let him cook.
No.
Let him cook.
He knows how to cause trouble.
Well, fine. Then.
This is Scrap we talking about here.
Let him gremlin.
If I see him getting closer, then I will politely excuse myself from this lovely conversation with Mr. Finster.
Okay, you leave what could be Gus Chiggins in disguise.
Anybody could be Gus Chickens in disguise. Even Flora could be Gus Chickens in disguise with you, AJ.
I'd
Cat,
believe
you've been found out.
the bit's over, Cat. Give it up.
Yeah, give up.
Gus Chickens was a changeling all along.
Show him your real character sheet.
I will start moving that way to just sort of to also sort of get with the group that's listening to him talk and be there in case Scrap needs assistance or if I think I can help in any way.
Okay, now Scrap, to get yourself bumped into stealth.
Ain't
20.
bad.
Well, that beats 7.
That-
As you are knocked over, your tray flies into the air, and he lets out a
startled bleat.
What?
What?
Smash.
Why don't you watch where you're going?
Oh no.
He starts like scurrying to pick up this. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. It's
It's
being-
fine. You probably were just distracted by my story.
God damn it.
I don't
I'm-
like this.
Damn it, he's playing it off.
No, I'm laughing at the accent. Yeah, definitely. Are you okay, sir? Just looking at him, seeing if he spilled anything on him.
Let me. He just brushes it off. Oh, nothing I wasn't gonna spill later.
Is quick question.
Yes, sir.
Would that have knocked any kind of drink or anything out of his hand?
Yes. Yeah, it would have. Definitely.
Dahlia's going to put a little bit of the substance into one of the glasses.
Ooh.
Walk over to them. I'm so sorry for the help. She's just kind of like get strapped up quick, and pretty much like trying to gesture him off to the kitchen. Like, I'm very, very sorry. And she's gonna just offer the drink to him, the replacement. Like,
Oh, he'll take it. He's just gonna put it down.
okay.
Put it
You
down
mean-
on the
He,
table or
let's
drink?
drink it.
When you-
Drink.
Okay, I was gonna say, do you mean down it or
Yeah.
put it down on a table?
And then he's gonna just look at you. Hey, for being so nice, why did the bard always carry a ladder?
Why
Because
did
she
the
was
bard always
small.
carry it?
She wanted to hit the high notes.
Why does he vaguely sound like JFK?
See, Dahlia's not laughing because
Yeah, no, that's one of those
Dahlia
things.
isn't a musical bard.
Hmm.
Dahlia's just everyone else is like is like maybe laughing at it. Dahlia's probably
Yeah.
the only person who's just like cocks her head at him, like confused, just doesn't laugh.
For a moment, Yordrick doesn't laugh, and then he speaks up. Oh, I get it. It's a singing joke, you see, with the high and the low notes, and it's funny.
Good job playing Yordrick there, Micah.
As he sees, he is not getting a laugh out of you.
Mhm.
He's now just going to, as long as you stand there, he's going to keep attempting jokes to get you to laugh.
That's-
Not getting a laugh seems to have gotten to him.
Oh no.
That's what I was hoping for.
My point was to try and make it seem awkward.
It's-
So if you'd like, you can, even if ones that are funny, if you want a deception check just to hold firm.
Yeah, I mean, this is more of her, like, she'll probably do it one more time because she's still trying to work.
Yeah, oh, that's the thing. If someone's talking to you, you're obligated to.
Oh,
listen.
absolutely, but it's also like, you know, it's still technically like you're at a job and, well, yeah, they're talking to you.
Yeah, yeah,
You have to
absolutely.
keep moving on. You can't just sit there and
Yeah.
talk to them the entire party.
I'll say he is definitely determined to get this laugh out of you.
All right, yeah. Well, it's also just me trying, like, would she even really find that funny? The last one, I'm just like, nah, she genuinely, I just don't think she'd find that funny.
What about a nat 20?
Tell me the joke, I guess.
Okay, I'll make one. Give me a minute.
it's more about the joke rather than anything.
It's a nat 20 joke, I mean, like...
I'm not good at these kind of jokes. I'm more of a scene-based
What's
improv
his
artist.
modifier, I guess, with that?
Oh, +6.
Well, yeah, she can't even beat that then.
6.
Ooh.
It's rough.
Yep.
Yeah,
he just tells you this fantastic joke themed about a beholder and whether it thought it was beautiful or not, and ended up going blind.
She'll smile at it, but I genuinely say she just doesn't know what a beholder is, so she's like, okay, that's funny.
I think it's completely finished and picks another drink off your tray and just starts going at it again.
I think in the meantime, Flora would be trying to pinpoint where Kane is after seeing the commotion over there.
Kane
I
is
guess.
actually, entertaining an entire crowd who is hanging on to every word he says as he tells the story.
So I'm gonna look towards Zedric and be like, we'll get our chance, but I do have a job to do. As
Was
she's
my
gonna kind of whisper.
Was my brother replaced?
Of course not.
I've never heard him say more than 5 words in a row.
Well, I'm not sure what your parents did, but I do have a mission of sorts to accomplish tonight.
And any way I can help, as long as we don't have to talk to him.
Distract the group, will you?
Fine. But you might be necessary for this.
Oh, I'm gonna be distracting Kane
Why are you distracting him?
to try and get him closer.
Okay, change of plans. I was gonna start a dance, but yeah. He'll improvise. I'll improvise.
Just follow my lead.
Okay.
So, like, as that commotion is happening between Dahlia and Scrap and them, she's gonna walk up and ask Kane for a dance.
As he will graciously accept, only if my brother doesn't mind.
At which point she'll look over to Zedric, who's hopefully
Yeah.
right there.
Perception.
Eight.
Womp womp. Well, he's there and he's not saying anything.
I guess
I'm
Scrap.
sure he won't.
He'll dance with Scrap.
I was gonna say, I guess Scrap's scurrying off to the kitchen with this stuff.
Yeah,
Such from
what do you
Dahlia.
do in the kitchen?
Well, I imagine he'd put the dishes where they're supposed to go and clean up a little bit. Maybe see if anyone else is back there.
It's mostly just the chef and her staff back there with Francois at the pass handing out dishes. Just saying, things are going pretty good, but it seems one of the guests has gotten a little, let's just say, obnoxious. Obviously meaning the now hallucinating satyr. And you hear, you basically hear them say, yeah, likely he might have to get escorted out or taken somewhere where he can go lie down. They knew he was an alcoholic, but damn.
Yeah, sometimes people just can't handle themselves.
Evidently. Excuse me, I have a rude guest to remove, as Francois storms out, leaving you there to help dictate.
Oh no, Scrap's in charge.
Yep, Scrap is currently in charge.
Oh yeah, Scrap's in charge.
So who is back here again?
Just
Now that
a
he's
bunch
gone?
of waiters in and out, some cooks.
And I assume they're all just sort of standing there now.
That's kind of, but they're still doing their jobs, but a lot of them are looking at you like, what?
Claps his hands together. Come on! Get back to work!
As they all get back to work, just screaming, yes, chef. And you just see, they just get straight to it. Now no one is noticing you. What do you like to do?
Put chili pepper in all the food.
Put chili pepper in all the drinks. Just put it everywhere.
Oh no. Replace the salt with chili pepper. Margaritas will never be the same.
Replace the salt with cocaine.
Is his outfit kind of smudged with stuff that got spilled?
Yeah,
on him
it's
when he got
it's a
knocked
little
out?
It's a little dirty. You could reasonably say, "I gotta go clean up," and no one would say.
Yep, he's gonna do that then.
Okay, yeah, you sneak off somewhere to the working restroom. You are completely alone.
Anybody in the hallways?
Nope. Not at this point. Why?
What are you gonna do at the bathroom by yourself, Scrap?
Is
No,
Scrap gonna do it?
You don't need to panty raid, but isn't the temple kind of...
Attached? Yes.
Yeah. Maybe I can find some information that might help us out.
Above game. See? Scrap and Floor are always on the same page.
They really are. Oh god, he's gonna get killed.
We're gonna
With
pause for Scrap. I have
cannon.
to. I will ask. We've been here for 4 hours. Do we want to keep going, or do we want to cliffhanger this?
Keep going, keep going.
Keep
We're
going.
having
No,
a
we
good
gotta.
cliffhanger.
No,
I can
Before
go
it.
for a little bit longer.
Okay, so one thing I just have to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
See, it's not just me.
As the DM's gone, everyone remember to adjust your clocks tonight for preparation for daylight savings tomorrow. The stupid daylight savings.
I don't believe
Mine
it.
does it
wait, did
automatically.
we lose an hour's sleep tonight?
We spring forward, so yes.
Bring forward.
I don't believe
Mine does it automatically.
Dang it.
Indeed.
My phone will adjust
broken.
automatically, but
Alright, well, I'm not gonna be able to stay that long then.
Thanks for ruining the night, Micah.
Hey, I saved you some
It's not.
grief
It's
later.
not his fault. Also, he's maybe saving you some sleep.
I know. It's not like I gotta wake up early tomorrow.
Oh.
It's Sunday.
I really wanted to finish this whole
I
Gala
have to
thing.
wake
but
up early.
I do too. God, we haven't
I
even
didn't think we were
super
gonna get
good,
through.
like
barely gotten going.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
yeah, everyone's like, yeah, no, let's not cliffhanger anything because like daylight savings time, by the way.
Everyone's like, fuck.
Okay, so Scrap, we're gonna focus on this one because sorry, this is getting funny. So wait, you want to try to move through the hallways?
I mean, yeah, I've got a good excuse. I could just say I got lost and I'm okay at being sneaky.
Okay, would you like to stealth?
Yeah.
Advantage, because you do technically have the excuse if you're caught.
How about all?
18 ain't
18.
bad.
Yeah, you make your way up some stairs into the primary hallway. Let me just change up to some sneaking music.
He's got shenanigans.
Chicanery is afoot.
He's scrap
We've been speckledorfed.
Hogswoggled. Bamboozled.
So, yeah, as you make your way down a hallway, there's door after door, statues of armor, bookshelves. Do you go into any of the doors, or you just keep going down to the end of the hall?
He'll listen at the doors, see if he can find, like, a library, maybe.
Okay. How do you listen for a library?
I
Listen
mean,
for silence.
well, I'm listening at the doors to see if there's anyone in there before I open a check.
Ah. Yeah, perception check.
Nope, that's persuasion. There we go.
There is nobody...
You know,
you can
should I
say
maybe
you want
use
to
the
use it.
inspiration for that?
Up to you. There will be other stealth
I
checks.
mean,
to be
we're
had.
nearly done, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you may as well
Yeah.
use it.
After
Yeah,
Scrap
might as well
completes
use it.
this thing, we are going to cut.
Hmm.
We
That's
can
alright.
we can have a fancy party later.
The other one was better.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So you don't hear any library, but I will say there is a large door at the end of the hallway that's kind of hard to miss.
He sneak up to the door.
Okay, I need you to try to open it quietly with stealth.
Sneakily.
Come
Oh
on.
my
Lord.
god.
Somebody once
You get through it, but it is not a suddenly you are accosted. There is just a guardsman, like one of the knights. What are you doing up here? Aren't you supposed to be working the party?
Yeah, I'm looking for a sink. He just gestures to his outfit.
He points to 3 doors down. One of the restrooms is right there.
Thank you. Don't walk over to the restroom.
Do you wait, or do you just...
I mean, they don't assume this guy's watching me. I just walk right into the restroom.
Yeah, you know, but like, do you wait in the restroom?
I mean,
Have a perception check to hear when they leave.
May as well.
Yeah.
4. I'd take the time to wash my shirt off a little bit.
Yeah, you clean up. It's been you take 10 whole minutes. But they're gone, and you never said you closed that door, so it's still cracked open. You want to try to stealth close it or leave it open? Or sleight of hand close it even.
Can I see what's in there?
Perception.
11.
Good enough with your dark vision. It is a very elaborate and well-made cathedral.
But
And there seems to be No, you don't see anybody there.
And I see a what?
Nothing. Do you proceed?
What do you guys think?
I think go for it. This is
I
great.
think none of us are there, and scrap is chaos.
Yep, Scrap is alone. No outside influences, please.
There's no voice of reason in this situation. Do what you will.
Yeah, I will go for it then.
As you as you proceed down the stairs, your little feet clickety clacking on the stone steps.
Hey, I've got comfy shoes on.
What if Dahlia loses Scrap too?
And as you get down to the pulpit, there is actually perception. I'm not gonna keep giving these away for free. This is more fun.
16.
You do notice a trapdoor.
Keep going, little buddy.
It's under a rug.
We said no voices of reason.
Hey,
Hey,
no, this is not an influence. This is cheering.
This is the opposite of the voice of reason right now.
Scrap crosses his arms and thinks to himself, well, that's cliche. He opens.
You try to do it quietly.
Yeah.
Stealth.
16.
Hey, and as you get down there, you use your mage hand to just close it and move the carpet back. And you proceed down. You are now below ground. As you can hear this intense, slow breathing and jingling of metal.
I don't like that.
Do you proceed?
I mean, So you said I'm below ground, right?
Completely below ground.
Is this like a cave?
Yeah, it's starting to look a lot more cavey than basement-y.
Does it appear carved or natural?
Mix of both. Probably started natural and then they made it bigger.
What's the general shape?
Round.
I don't like that even more.
Yeah, we're in danger.
He's in
As you proceed down the walkway.
Does my stealth carry over from before?
I'll say it gives you advantage because you didn't make noise.
Then yes. Anywhere.
Okay.
pretty good.
Oh. Joy, I get to reveal this early.
Yeah.
As you are
Now-
proceeding to a wooden staircase that leads down to it, and as you look off, sleeping on a pile of coins, you see a snake with golden and silver scales almost consuming this money. Time for the most powerful spell of all. Are you ready to meet God? This beast is massive, intimidating. What do you do here besides now you just see him?
Well, I know where it is and how big it is. I'ma leave.
As you turn around and you head up the ladder, you are met face to face with a Nagaran. You're not supposed to be here. And that is where we're going to end the session.
Oh,
Yeah,
Damn,
baby,
you just
that's
made
the
one, huh?
cliffhanger.
Scrap's dead.
Well, it's not that he beat the stealth, it's just he was there and when he left. Yep, there's the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for tuning in.
but I have a response.
I will let you have one response.
And you're not supposed to be that handsome.
Oh,
persuasion checks for next time.
Like I say, roll.
Riz, oh, uwu.
If I can riz them, I might get away with it.
Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, dress up if you're going to a party, and choose your role carefully.